That'd be awesome.
Give me 5 seconds.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi.
What comes after 3?
What's after 3, guys?
7?
Fuck. Shit, maybe. I thought it was Merple or something. Fuck.
You could be right. I don't remember.
Now that's an old reference. If anyone can get that, I'd be so happy.
I can't
Done.
remember what it's from, but
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
between 3 and 4. It's Merple.
Look into that.
I may be saying the wrong word, but fucking it was. God, I think it's Merple is how you
Okay,
pronounce
now say 5.
it. 5.
Done. Oh, huh. I did it in time.
Wait. Damn it. I fuck. Damn it, my hockey team lost. I'm sad. We're still
You're
first.
what hockey team?
Winnipeg Jets.
What?
Yeah.
The Jets?
Yeah.
Aren't you in Florida? Why aren't you like a Panthers fan?
Oh, don't put me in Florida. I just work here. I did not choose this
okay,
spot.
okay. Understood.
I had no choice in orders here. Okay.
Yeah, Florida man.
Wait, but
That's what I
still,
heard.
why Winnipeg? If you're in the Army, that means you're based in the U.S. and Winnipeg is in Canada.
Yep,
My
sure
heart.
is.
My heart. I'm not.
That's
oh,
because
God.
the best hockey teams. No, I can't even say that. They're not.
Well,
No,
I
you
mean,
can't.
Jets are first in the
Sensing
league this year, which I'm
bias.
really happy. But when I went to culinary school, I applied to like a lot of different ones across the country and out of country, and a culinary school in Winnipeg actually accepted me. And when I was there, I got into hockey. So
Damn.
Oh, so you were like, "Fuck my roots. I'm gonna go with this new city that I like."
all right.
Yeah.
Well, every
Out here
other
we have the Calgary
sport
Flames
team is
that
LA.
never go far, and then we have the Edmonton Oilers, which they almost won recently. Like they won like the Stanley Cup or something. They almost did, but then they lost.
I was so upset.
Look, I'm a Blues fan. I have absolutely no room to talk shit, but I will every single time.
Blues
Yeah.
fan? What are you talking about? What's that?
Good old
Hockey, my friend. Still
okay.
hockey.
Cool. I don't know how it feels to have half my points right now. Jets leading first in the league in everywhere.
Like I said, no room to talk shit, but I will at every chance. It's in my blood.
This is my only chance to talk shit. I'm gonna lose the first round of the playoffs. I already know it.
If we even make it to the first round of playoffs, we're gonna lose there too. Don't worry.
You know, I was upset. The first time I ever liked hockey, I was in Winnipeg. It was the first time they ever made the playoffs. I was so happy. I'm like, oh, great, cool. This team I like is gonna win. I just liked it. I feel like a bandwagon, but I'm liking it. And then we lost the fucking Golden Knights their first year, and I was like, no.
I'm so mad that the Golden Knights are so good and they're like 5 years old. It pisses me off to no end.
No, I'm so upset about it.
All right, let's get going. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hello. It is so great to be back here for Thursday night for Magic and Mysterium. We've got some great new classes and just maybe a twist coming pretty soon. I don't know if it'll be this session or not. It might end up being next session.
Spoiler.
But just yeah, you guys got to get excited now. Oh, okay, Ray, because we're having a little conversation in the background.
Yes.
You're a potioneer. Yes?
Yes.
I'm fairly certain did have that conversation, but if you didn't write it down, that's all right. You need to look into the Magic and Mysterium rulebook. Go to Potioneer, like Herbology and Potions. You'll see the bottle of fame, and then it'll tell you how many recipes you got at first level. Okay,
And it
and
should
then
be 3.
it should be 3, sure, all common. Oh, did I ever send you the potions checklist thing?
Yes,
Yeah,
you
so
did.
you
And
can
I think
pick
we
3 of
just
those.
didn't decide which potions would be the ones
I
that I
think
would
I
know.
left it to you for homework. See,
I didn't write that
you were
down.
just a
If you
pig.
did, I missed that.
Okay. So yeah, you can pick at any time. And if you want those to have been yours, then you can have them like I said. You understand?
That's fine. Because I didn't write it down, so since those are what I rolled for, I'm totally good with that.
They're good
And then
picks, by the way. They are good.
Nice.
All right. All right. Thank you. Okay. Let's get started. In the newly brightened corridors of Hogwarts, where whispers of the past linger like a morning mist over the Black Lake, a new era quietly unfolds. The ancient castle, a beacon of magic and mystery, awakens to the murmur of students returning for another year. Among them are favorite students, already affixed to their seats. And on this crisp, violet afternoon in early September, the great hall with its enchanted ceiling reflecting the starry sky outside buzzes all around. Long tables, soon to be laden with scrumptious feasts, stand ready to welcome the newest students, their house banners fluttering gently in the air. Professor McGonagall, the headmistress, rises to her feet, commanding silence with a mere look. Her eyes, sharp as an eagle's, sweep over the assembly of students, and she begins to speak, her voice imbued with the weight of wisdom and the warmth of genuine care. Welcome back, students. As the new year rears its head once again, I ask that you all devote yourselves to your studies. I am to notify you that if any of you are struggling with classes, individual sessions may be booked with teachers. At Hogwarts, we have some of the foremost, greatest minds of the Wizarding world working here. Our faculty know you and want you to succeed. I am subsequently constrained to remind students that outside of classes, Bombarda and Defodio spells are strictly banned. Rule breakers, and especially repeat offenders, will not be tolerated. Lastly, certain dungeon pathways such as Portus Periculum, Portus Medius, and the Hieroglyphic Hall are all out of bounds while restorations are being done. Now, without further ado, please welcome our new first-year students as they are sorted. As McGonagall gestures, the grand doors of the great hall creak open. A flood of eager, wide-eyed younger students pours in, their robes swishing around their ankles, making them look like little imps. They shuffle forward, a collective mass of anticipation and nerves, making their way to the front under the eyes of everyone all around them. At the Hufflepuff table, Nolan leans forward. Oh yeah, I think my twin should be getting sorted this year. You have a twin? You have a twin? You have a twin? Morgan, Wilfred, and Rin react in unison, all with varying, differing tones of surprise, excitement, and disbelief. Is he blind too? Juniper immediately hits Wilfred across the back of the head. Oh. Over at the Slytherin table, Ernesia clambers onto her seat, then half onto the shoulders of Miss Gemma Drayton, trying to get a bird's eye view. Throw off me, Ernesia! Gemma protests under her weight, struggling to balance her, and the surprise of suddenly becoming a human lookout post. I need to see my sister, Ernesia insists in annoyance. The new students gather up at the front, And after a short speech, the headmistress begins to call their name. And the first one sounds familiar. Now I have some art. So I'll throw them up as I do this. The first name, Zachary Anderson. And you all see walking out calmly, quietly, what very well could be Nolan's twin. But he's in a different year, so I'm pretty sure no one's fucking with you. He's got blonde hair coming down, similar length, bright blue eyes. Holds himself different than Nolan does. Holds himself kind of confidently. Takes a deep breath and walks forward. Meet Zachary. Slytherin! Slytherin is called out for him, and his robes change bright green. And Nolan chuckles. Yeah, I could have called that a mile away.
Nolan, he looks just like you.
But yeah, he's my twin. So obviously.
Did you tell him Hufflepuff isn't terrible? I thought it was terrible. Everybody didn't want to be in it the first time I got sorted. But it's great.
Fun of it is we tell everybody it's terrible so that nobody steals our beds. Macy says you have the best beds, actually.
And
I suppose that makes sense.
Besides, Milva's sister is in Slytherin. Maybe her and Nolan's twin can be friends.
Oh, Zachary? Yeah, sure, if you can get over the terrible personality, Nolan says. You probably never heard Nolan speak like this. He seems uncharacteristically familiar with his brother. He has a little brother, so he's the big brother in that relationship. The next name, there's a few others that you don't know. Renate Connolly. And some older boy, her brother in Hufflepuff is like, yeah, clapping out for her. This is Renate. She's also put into Hufflepuff. And then you can hear the name Euphemius Doge. And that's Slytherin. There seems to be a set of twins. Two names called in quick succession. Gabriel Icholson. And he's put into Slytherin as well. And his brother, James Icholson, is put into Gryffindor. So Maelys and Milva, you might feel a little bit better because they're also being separated. The next name after that is Widow Foster. Out of my way. Out of my way. A girl pushes through the other students. Fixes herself. And walks up with a big smile on her face. You get chills. Like her shoe? What?
Oh yeah, it's just straight. Like actually goes to the first tip.
Her shoe or the stool?
Oh, I think we're gonna go shoe, so she has face plants.
Sure. I'll make a dex save. Oh, that's actually pretty high. She actually succeeds. But as you epoximize, she kind of trips up a little bit. There's a little bit of like a murmur of laughter. McGonagall coughs like, people shut up. She goes up to the front. You swear. The sorting hat doesn't even touch your scalp. Slytherin! Immediately. Yep. And then the name after that is another name that you seem to recognize, at least the last name. Micaiah Green. Woo! Yeah, Micaiah! Arnesia is being too loud, overly loud. And you can tell it's embarrassing her sister. She's like... And Arnesia is just enjoying embarrassing her sister. She's like, yeah, don't trip! She yells over. And a bunch of people laugh at Willow a moment ago. And her sister has long braids, as we'll see in a moment. And she's got like these glasses that she pushes up to the brim of her nose. Goes up, sits down. What are you waiting for? Ernisia Green, be quiet. Sing back. Ravenclaw is called out. This is Micaiah, Ernisia's sibling. Yeah. She always was a nerd, Ernisia says.
I guess that's where the brains of the family went.
And then you can hear. I'm sorry, what, Nick? I gotta make a perception check. That's a 2. She did not
Get
hear
away with it
you.
again.
Yep. Jaya Patel. Gryffindor. So put it there. And that is some of our younger years, only a few of them. And some people, as people sit down, and McGonagall says, "May our feast commence." She puts out her hand, and all appears in front of you. You have been dreaming about this feast ever since the first time you had it. Anything you could possibly think of, Wagyu beef, it's here. And for your pleasure. A few people get up and walk over to siblings and whatnot. Ernisia will definitely be like, "I'll be right back." She goes over to the Ravenclaw table. Nolan stays where he is. And we are going to settle in to our houses. Currently, at the Slytherin table, Ernisia gets up and heads off. Taylor's like, "Oh, I remember how that felt."
You mean sorted or having a sibling?
Dude, my brother graduated last year.
Oh. Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention too much.
You didn't even know she had a brother, for the most part.
Who is your brother?
Tyson. That offers no, like, you never knew a Tyson the entire time here. Yeah.
What house is he in?
Oh, see,
Oh.
that's where you're tripping me up, Cole.
Sorry. So I was just
I
asking.
would have to check my notes.
Testing the knowledge here.
Sorry that I can't keep track of everything for over 100 characters.
What's his favorite color?
Well,
What's
that I
his
can
parents'
look up.
name? Where is he from?
What's his
What's his
deepest
mom's
darkest
name?
secret?
He is Ravenclaw. Apparently.
What's his best subject?
Actually, you know what? I got that wrong, by the way. He is actually graduating this year. So Taylor would say, "I'm gonna miss that." And then she said, "Dude, I have a brother." Yeah, he's in Ravenclaw. He's right over there. She points over, and I swear I had Tyson art at one point. I feel like I did. A
At some
long
point.
time ago. You guys role playing. Go see if I can find it.
Well, as interesting that is. Hey, Shay, Melise, what did you guys do for the break? Anything actually interesting?
Naira was a surprise to my mom, but she let me keep him miraculously. So, yeah, that was great. He's getting a lot bigger. He's not quite as annoying this year, I think. He's getting a little more mature as a 1-year-old. So, yeah, he'll be maybe a little more sociable. We'll see. I don't know. He's still pretty imprinted on me. So, but yeah, pretty chill other than that. Did practice like Quidditch as much as I could.
Yeah, I practiced some Quidditch too. When I could and I wasn't stuck at my Muggle dad's. So I mostly read a lot. What about you, Vic? Can I call you Vic?
Yeah, if you want.
Okay. What about you, Victor?
Just work. I traveled a lot too.
Work? Aren't you like 12?
Yeah, you gotta make money somehow.
How? Asking for a friend.
I'm a paperboy at I work at the Daily Prophet. Give
Oh,
news. Extra, extra. Read all about it.
yeah. Penny a pape.
Cauldrons, thin bottoms. Does it affect you?
Read about Harry and his private life now. The boy who lived.
I hate the Harry excerpts. It seems like every other thing is about him.
Yeah, who is that kid anyway? I mean, guy, I guess.
Who's Harry Potter?
Yeah, I mean, Hermione sounds amazing.
He is overrated anyway. Gemma says.
Not overrated enough to be in every other excerpt.
Oh, sorry. Who's Harry Potter? Levi said.
I don't even know where to
Apparently some
start with that.
Okay. He kind of seems off put, but like I don't know.
Ask Professor Binns.
Please don't ask him.
Are you trying to hurt me, Shade?
Maybe.
He shakes his head.
Seriously, though.
Ernesia comes back. What I miss?
They don't know who Harry Potter is.
Oh my gosh. Levi, you need to get better into Quidditch history. Seriously, he is one of the youngest members ever to be inducted into the league.
So
Oh, he's a
just
Quidditch
really
player.
good Quidditch player?
Levi said.
Yeah, for the Chudley Cannons. My favorite team.
Yeah. You guys don't even know then. The Chudley Cannons were always at the bottom of the match. Lost every single time. And we're talking for like decades-long streak. And then, for some fucking reason, one of the most prolific people at that time was inducted into their team. He has brought them to victory. They are actually in the semifinals, I think, coming up here.
So basically, Quidditch is still stupid.
Whatever, Vic.
Ernesia begins to take off her earrings.
Hey, listen to me.
Taylor, put your hand up.
One player can change the outcome of 100 years of bad playing. You gotta admit, that's crazy. How one person can do that.
Yeah, he's a seeker. If you remember,
Sorry that he's
that
more
means that he can win
talented
all
than
the
you
games.
are, Vendetta.
Oh, that one stung. It'll be fine. I'll live. I'll cry a single tear at night.
I think Gemma would chuckle at what you just said, Victor. As much as that might, like, she's like,
It wasn't funny.
I have a brother too, Levi says. Just trying to cut through the awkward silence.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
nice, your brother.
Who's your brother?
Oh, I have a picture of him. Here, he goes into his wallet,
He's a veterinarian.
takes out this picture. One second. Oh, damn it, I'm on the wrong thing.
Oh no.
I'm going to
What's his
send it to
favorite
you
color?
in your hidden chat.
What's his mom's name?
When was he
How's
born?
he-
What's his birthday?
Guys, he sends he hands the picture over toward you, Ray. You look down and see this.
That's your brother? Ooh,
Why'd you say it like that?
he's- Can you introduce us sometime?
He's a he's a interesting character.
He's an asshole.
Why is he an asshole?
He's just annoying. He's always in my room.
Hmm.
He never knocks. He takes my anime figures and then moves them and then doesn't put them back.
Okay, that is annoying.
Do you Maylis? Do you want to give the picture to anyone else?
Yeah, I'll show the picture around. For everyone else, dude's a daddy.
For everyone?
I'm
Okay,
just
I'll
saying.
send you over to shit.
Probably just a shade of Victor.
Okay, send.
Yeah. Let's see. Yep,
Oh.
that's
He like
Okay.
leans over and she's like, okay. And Victor, how'd you react?
well. I saw him this last break, so I was gonna be like, you should see him in real life.
He likes anime?
Again, why did you say it like that?
I just, I don't know. I guess I would have thought with a shirt like that, he would
No, I
be.
like anime. He likes messing with me.
Oh, he's just okay. Shade is just sort of like stumbling over his words. He doesn't quite. He's
I don't understand
oddly
what
flushed and doesn't know why that about that either. But like, yeah, he just feels some kind of way about it and feels weird about that, and so then shuts up.
I'll let you guys know. His hugs are
Taylor's
the
staring at
absolute
you.
best.
I know what you are. Sorry, what did you say, Victor?
I say his hugs are the absolute best. The way he wraps his arms around you.
Shade is just quiet and like readjusting himself in his seat.
So that's the Slytherin. Great job, everybody. Inspiration all around. You guys did great. Okay. Meanwhile, over at the Hufflepuff table, we got like Wilfred, like, so he's not your twin. You figure it out, Wilfred. I'm not sitting here with you all day. No one says back to
He's
him.
the same age.
He's a first year, Wilfred. He's a first year. So, like, is your birthday on New Year? And then he came out like an hour later from that?
That seems like a very specific scenario that probably didn't occur.
You know, Wilfred. Actually, I think Juniper would say, "I've got this." Wilfred, you are a special kind of genius. Juniper says back, "Thank you, Juniper." Yeah.
Dee Dee giggles but feels bad about it.
Juniper kind of looks at you and giggles with you too.
He's just trying to make sense of it.
I throw the time over to you. That's what's happening at the Hufflepuff table right now.
I have something. If anyone
Go for it.
I'd imagine Daphne is kind of like a little bit overwhelmed with being back in the wizarding world with all the food options. So she leans over to Macy. Macy, what do you recommend?
Oh, I didn't make anybody plates this time. I'm such a bad friend.
Oh no, it's okay.
No. Please, just wait. Oh, that's all gone. She starts making you your own stuff. And she... Second. Okay. So she goes through all the different parts. You can see her like ruminating on what to grab, and then when she sets it down, there. I didn't have everything I needed, but I think that should do. You see the dish before you as a symphony of color, plated with precision and care. At the center rests a perfectly seared fillet of duck breast, skinned crisp and golden, glistening with a delicate glaze of honey and orange zest. Thin ribbons of charred baby carrots and roasted parsnips encircle the meat like a painter's brushstrokes. Beneath the duck lies a bed of creamy polenta. Its texture is luxuriously smooth and speckled with shards of aged Parmesan and a hint of black truffle. There's a drizzle of rich port wine reduction that pools around the edges. And there's a deep burgundy hue adding depth and contrast to it all out here, as well as microgreens on the left-hand side, little edible flower petals that sit on top. And the aroma wafting up toward you is intoxicating.
Oh, this
There you go.
looks delicious.
That's all I had. If they had better salmon, then I would... if Rin didn't take all the salmon, I would have made you a little salmon rose. I'm sorry, Princess.
been a while since I've eaten something so pretty.
How do you make a salmon rose?
Oh, so you cut the salmon into really like thin little fillets, tiny little ones. You get them about an inch or two high, and then you just kind of fold them around one another in like one big circle,
Oh,
and then
I
you
thought
pull
you were going to
some
say.
out.
So it's not a spell then?
I thought you were going to cast Wingardium Leviosa on it. That's how you make
Right,
a
I
rose.
figured it would be something like that.
All right, I'm a wizard. She forgot.
I just didn't know if you turned a flower into a fish or something. The other way around, I suppose. I'm always learning new things here.
That's a cool idea. Dee Dee, do you do much work in the kitchen?
Sometimes, although not really. Just the basic stuff. Eggs, bacon, whatnot.
Do you want to?
Maybe. It could be fun.
And she invites you to experiment with these ideas of yours. Um, it's not going to go well. Just putting that out there.
My mother says
Love
I'm
it.
not allowed in the kitchen.
Oh, I got the revoke. It's okay. I'm allowed back now. But now I have to clean the dishes every Wednesday. So
Oh, that's a shame. Maybe you'll learn a spell to make it easy.
yeah.
But you can't cast magic outside Hogwarts.
Oh, right.
Maybe you could teach your mother a spell.
The kitchens are in Hogwarts, though.
Oh, I thought you meant at home.
Oh no! I'm cleaning all your dishes. Yeah, Morgan's is the most disgusting. He says quietly. Okay, shots fired. Fine then, fine. And he grabs his plate and starts lick the remaining stuff off of it.
Ew.
Bang! It's clean.
You're silly.
Milva, what about you? You've been quiet.
I think Milva is just sitting there with a plate full of desserts. They're starting to become a trend. Anytime she's come back from being at home, she's eating mostly sweets.
I think Daphne is gonna like look over at Milva. Milva, did you play any Quidditch over the summer?
I did a little bit, yes, but I don't get to very often. My mother's a little bit controlling.
Oh, that's a shame.
Man, your mother's controlling. What's that, Milva? Look. Make a charisma save.
Oh, okay.
Daphne's gonna look regardless of
I'm
whether
gonna
or not.
say at disadvantage because it came out of nowhere.
Okay.
Yeah, Daphne looks regardless of whether or not he's talking to her or not.
19.
Oh damn! So you like go turn and then stop, and you can already see his hand like inching over toward your plate.
I don't think so. You can keep your hands to yourself.
Bump off. He's gonna sit back. You take literally all of the 3 chocolate cookies.
You can always just ask for more. You just kind of have to speak right into the plate.
He's gonna make also an intelligence saving throw. That is a 4. So really? Hey, what kind of stuff you got? Well, can you hear me? He says back to it, and Juniper looks across the table and will slide you a galleon.
Dee Dee's
Like,
like
thank you so
observing,
much.
just like, really? It works that way?
As long as you say please.
Wilfred spends the next 10 minutes trying to converse with the plate.
Oh, Wilfred.
All right, that's Hufflepuff table. Yeah, I can send that. Oh, got another yawn. Comfy Thursday night. Ooh, are you in like pajamas? You got like a big pillow or something? Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I'll send music your way if you'd like it. I sent other music, but I'm gonna send this music. This is what I have in my notes. We'll send like that. There you go. And then I'll also send it to you guys. I think this music better has our vibe for today. You guys all head back to the dormitories, closely following behind the first years, finding your place in your rooms once again. It's good to be back. It's not until the next morning that we are walking through the hallway, hearing the class bell ringing overhead. And you walk over into the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. And you can see many rough-looking hewn stone blocks, like 3 feet tall, 3 feet wide, arrayed in a grid in the center of the room, sitting on pallet boards. Professor Rojas is already close at hand. All right, everybody. Today, we will have the opportunity to learn spells with great utility. Locomotor, she says, wafting her wand on one side. I wonder where the hell my wand went. It was right here like a minute ago. And now, oh, there it is. Wands. Locomotor. And you watch a huge stone block lift abnormally into the air, about 3 feet into the air. It lifts most heavy objects and moves them along a path. And she walks around the room, and you watch the stone like move with her as she moves. The spell can affect up to about 500 pounds, but if we can hit that number today, that'll be up to your own grit. Give it a try, everyone. And I would like everyone, please, to roll me Locomotor. Man, I am Yanni today. I'm a Yanni boy.
Starting off strong. Let's go. Daphne and Shade.
And remember, your grades are going to be reset, so you can get anything. You can go from a T to an O potentially.
As long as my night of rolls for spells doesn't go the same as last time, I'll be all right.
Mine's already going the same as last year.
We'll get out of the way.
Good start.
Can't stop. Melee's. What'd you get?
What'd you get?
Melee's.
Maylee's got a 4.
Okay. Starting off strong. Victor.
Natural 20 for 21.
Hell yeah. 5 points heading your way. Oh, and looks like Slytherin won the House Cup, by the way.
Let's
What?
go!
Yeah.
That's why it was an afterthought. Nobody cares if
All
they
by
win.
4 points.
Well,
I didn't even see that.
A win's a win.
Can I, before we
Keep
continue,
staring.
so as you guys know, because I was talking about it, I saw my drama teacher or whatever, and I even sat in on a rehearsal. Now, he said that they were doing a comedy and they needed some help. And Ray, are you okay? You look like you're dying. You okay? Oh, I can't hear you. Okay. Yeah, they're doing a play and they're doing comedy. They need another set of eyes on it. And I got there, and they were doing a Harry Potter themed comedy. And
Very
here's the thing: my drama teacher does not know that I do magic and mysterium specifically for my living. He just knows I'm a dungeon master. So it's just like really crazy. And it's all about Hufflepuffs. I believe it's called Puffs.
Yes.
It's
Oh.
really funny.
As it should be.
Sounds like my kind of show.
It's like this guy who comes in who's like, I'm going to be the chosen one. I think that's me. And then it's like, Harry Potter. Oh, that's me. And it comes out. A completely different character. And it's all about the Hufflepuffs and how crazy they are. It's my dream, apparently. Okay. Milva.
13.
13. Sorry. A. Daphne.
3.
Starting off strong.
Yeah.
Dee.
19.
Oh. Once again, of course. She has the crown.
What can I say?
Yep. Shade.
Oh boy, it was a 2.
Oof, oof, oof.
We had 2, 3, 4.
Okay. So, Victor, you pull out your wand. You've been practicing charms. This is a charm. Locomotor you cast out, and there is a blue flash that goes over the object. You watch the entire thing rise, not 3 feet, but 4 feet, completely off the ground. Professor Rojas looks a little impressed. You took my advice to heart, I see. 5 points of Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor.
Other people have varying other degrees. Dee takes maybe 1 or 2 tries, and then yours lifts up. Oh, that's useful. Milva, you try again, and it's only on the 5th one that you start feeling some kind of reaction on your wand, and the entire thing starts to lift just slowly off the ground and slowly rises up to about 2.5 feet. Oh, nice. But for the rest of you, when you fail hard. Everybody roll me 1d100 for the 3 people who got low. Daphne, Victor, and... Wait.
Oh boy.
Sorry, Daphne, Maylee's in Shade.
Shade got a 100.
I know what that one does.
Don't tell him.
I don't like the way that sounded. Bailey's
Shade?
rolled a 70.
I'm not going to tell you what the effect is. No effect. You cast out Locomotor. Nothing. Maylee's?
Rolled a 70.
70. Okay! Maylee's, you're like, Locomotor. And it doesn't happen. Locomotor! You try again. You just see like the entire block like shift for a second. Oh, you got something. Come on. What does Rojas always say? More raw feeling. Locomotor! You yell out like an anime character. Just and what ends up happening is the pallet board underneath of the stone breaks away. It's a huge crater pushes down, just completely destroying the hardwood floor. And anybody within a 10-foot radius of that thing goes flying backward throughout the room. We hear a distinct shattering, a quick cut. Everyone's back nursing their wounds. Smellies. Love the enthusiasm. Love the feeling. Maybe we start working on control.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's Maylee's. The hardwood floor is able to be fixed, but after class, so there's like a crater for the rest of class. And Daphne.
20.
Oh, that's interesting.
Uh-oh.
Let me try now. Locomotor. Locomotor. You watch what happens a second ago. I'm going to be more careful. You just kind of do the wand movement. You don't even say anything. And then you watch as nearby you, Juniper and Delilah and Morgan standing near you suddenly get caught up as if they had been bound up by some kind of cord. They look around like not sure what's going on. Daphne? They yell at you. You look up and you take a breath, and then they drop down. What was that?
What did I just do? I'm sorry. Are you
Careful when
okay?
you point that wand, man. Morgan says back. It's all right, Delilah says. You mean to do that?
Well, I was just trying to cast Locomotor, but I guess I did something else instead. Maybe I should actually try speaking the spells.
How did you do that? More so, your magic doesn't normally look like that. How are you able to do it?
I'll look, just put my stave in front of myself and look at it for a second. It still looks the same, right? It doesn't look.
Oh yeah.
I don't really know. I guess it's been a while since I've casted some spells. Maybe it's changed over the summer.
All right, everybody is now going to get 2, I think. Wait, where's my stuff? 2 other spells of your choice from the new second-year spell list. Pew, 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 pew.
Didn't McGonagall say something about Defodio this year?
So it's just not allowed outside of class.
Okay.
Outside of classes, Bombarda and Defodio charms are strictly banned.
Mm. Interesting.
Now, you'll notice there's only 2 jinxes this year. A majority of what you're being taught is actually charms this year. Enjoy while it lasts. And so a lot of these are combat charms or combat utility charms.
Quick question. What level of spells do we have again? Is it up to
just first? Oh,
okay, so
should I? Yeah. So I should talk
that's what
about
I was thinking about.
So some spells are level 2 this year. Now you may notice you all don't have second level spell slots. However, players may still choose to attempt them, but if they do, they successfully have researched the spell, meaning you've looked it up, you understand the theory, and you gain advantage on the next check that you make with it. Now, if you fail at it, you don't get that advantage, but it still becomes available to you for when you have a spell slot.
So remind me what researching does. You get research when you actually attempt it?
Essentially, what it means is that once you are of that level, if you've researched it, you can try to cast it.
Okay. And you get advantage if you pass right now. Okay.
Correct. And the bot will remember for you. Bot remembers. The bot always remembers.
So
Ray, I see a hand. Do you have a question?
Me?
Yeah. Oh, I thought I just saw a hand up.
I talk with my hands, so I was thinking with my hands. But I do have a question, so you're a mind reader.
Cool.
I can recast locomotor again? Locomotor? The spell
You got it
again?
correct the first try. Locomotor. Yeah. You can if you want.
So Shade, undeterred by his failure the first time, attempts Expelliarmus and gets another 2, exactly the same roll
Oh
as before.
no!
Mhm.
Oh
But-
no!
But he does better after that. So maybe he should do the Immobilis one first because he succeeded at Immobilis.
What did you get with Immobilis?
17.
Can I
Okay.
actually use this? God,
Subscriber?
inspiration.
I don't want to use my inspiration.
I have
Are you
inspiration, so-
Oh, a
subscribed?
subscriber one?
No,
No. Oh, Shade. Well, I mean,
I'm
you
talking
have
about mine.
inspiration.
Sorry.
I
You
do, but I
can't
don't want to
give
use it
him
yet.
yours, but Cole has his own.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't want to do
and
it yet.
I gave the Slytherins it. Hufflepuffs. You get inspiration too. Add it to your sheet.
Yeah, so I was going to use that on mine because forget Cole.
Gotcha. Yeah,
cares
Who
about
the fuck
him?
cares about Cole? Yeah.
He's got his own inspiration.
Oh, Dee Dee can't get.
So
a
I was just
failing
wondering, like,
roll
can
ever?
you
Is that
you just
it?
attempt again? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Or okay,
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's advantage essentially.
okay,
Now you have to use it on the last check that you made.
right.
Is the trouble. So whenever you want to use inspiration, you have to use it before you roll again. I believe we went over this once before already. Because it's not like I'm going to roll
Is
3
that-
things and then choose to apply
No, no, no.
inspiration
It would be
retroactively to
the
one of them.
exactly. It would not be. It would be the exact last one that I just rolled.
Yeah.
Immobulus.
Then you're good.
Okay,
Oh, what?
that's better.
Wait, what? Do you want to reassign this one, Faith? Faith has given out shit. I gotta look at this. Twitch
Oh, hey, cool.
manager.
Cheers.
Yeah, Faith has given out advantage to Dee Dee and Maylis and Victor. Oh, Faith is giving it out to everyone.
Aw.
Everyone
Here's-
will have advantage on their next check, or you can retroactively apply it to your last check.
Oh, so I can't take it. I tried and failed Expelliarmus before Immobilis, so too bad, so sad.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
Preventing.
So-
You know what? Normally the answer would be yes. Cole, I'm gonna be nice. I'll give it to you. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll take it. Thanks, Faith.
Yeah. Say thanks to Faith.
Thank
Thank you,
Awesome.
Faith, and I'm glad
Now I still have inspo.
Daphne's being
Best go
recognized
girl. Yeah.
as best go girl.
Best go girl.
Yes.
Thank you, Faith. That's awesome.
I did
So-
get better than a than a 2. I got a 10, but it's
Okay, so we got the 2, we got the 10, and we got
17. Yeah.
that changes your grade drastically. High or low?
Low.
Low it is. You get an A instead of a P.
Ooh.
Ray, did you have a question? Thought I heard you talking.
I did. I just had a quick clarification. I rolled and I got a nat 20. Does that mean that you just automatically learn the spell? You don't have to roll
It
a second time
does
for it?
actually. It does. We
Cool.
might not have come up yet. You know, I don't. There's a lot of little things, so I don't like to just like throw them all on you. But when they come up like this, when you get in that 20 to attempt a spell, it becomes locked in immediately.
Cool beans.
Now,
Just wanted to double check. 'cause I
If
saw
you
that,
are,
so.
was this a level 2 spell at all?
It was
Oh.
Rectisembra, which so second year spell.
Oh,
It's
no,
a
no,
level
no, no.
1 spell
Class
though.
size is a level 1
Level.
spell.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So year
Cool.
spells
You're
are
good.
different than leveled spells. So it is a level 1 spell.
Cool. Yeah, it's locked in for you, and you'll see that reflected on the bot. So, and nat 20 to you. You are another 5 points to Slytherin.
High five, Slytherin. Squitch.
Yeah.
Slytherin's off to a good start.
Yeah.
Look, it was Hufflepuff last year, so.
Dee Dee,
What
how
do
you
mean it
doing?
was Hufflepuff last year?
You know, I'm doing all right. I got
No,
13.
Slytherin won last year, by the way. Slytherin won, Ray.
Yeah, but Hufflepuff rolled really well, is all I meant.
Oh, okay.
Dee Dee rolled really well.
And she continues
Yes.
to do so.
Asterisk. Actually, you rolled pretty well on, as long as it
On
has to do
Quidditch,
with
and that was
Quidditch.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
13
Dee Dee.
on Arresto Momentum.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, we did that last time, I
And
believe.
then, yeah, so this is where I did the reroll thing. So I initially got a 4 on Immobulus, And then I got 23 on Immobiles.
It is a hell of a lot of fun to see Morgan shunted into the air, slowly like beginning to twist in the air like he's being caught and in time. It's really cool. He can barely get out anything. That's an O, Dee.
Nice.
Daphne, what about you?
So let's see. I got a. So I just realized that I forgot to change my charms modifier.
That's okay.
From downtime. So it's just one higher than what I actually rolled. I got a 10 on Arresto Momentum.
Yeah, that makes a difference, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I got
Just
a
be
15.
sure to edit on the website.
I
your
will.
spells.
I got a 15 on Impervious.
A 10 on what?
Arresto Momentum.
Okay, cool. You have an A. When you cast out, you start reading about a few different spells. One that just seems to be kind of in the margins of one of the pages. Seems like it could have more applications in your daily life. Impervious.
I think Daphne. Oh, I thought you were gonna say Arresto. Never mind.
No, not always falling, are you?
Quidditch. But...
Impervious. Oh, I guess. Impervious is able to make things waterproof, so you can cast that like on your clothing. Use like aguamenti, a bit of rain comes down and just like rolls right off.
Fun fact: if you cast on yourself and try and jump in a lake, you go straight to the bottom.
It's not how that works.
The water can't touch me. I just go past.
It only works on objects.
Aww.
So technically, your hair is what, but all your clothes can remain dry.
Sad days.
Mm-hmm.
Is a body not an object?
No. Are you objectifying me right now, Maple?
No.
I would like to go to philosophy class, Alex, next, and we could have this discussion.
Yeah, let's start the moral quandary history of magic class. Yeah. Thank you. Daphne, you got an A. Milva.
Yes, so let's see here. Cantus, I got a 21. And then for Locomoto, I originally got a 7. And then I used the advantage for a 4. Can I use my inspiration to give it one more go?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty lenient when it comes to classes. It's like major combat, so I won't allow that kind of stacking. But
a 1. So this is just not meant to be.
Not meant to be. Okay. So describe to me your 3 final checks. First was the locomotor for it was like 10 or something.
Yeah, the first one was 7. And I suppose cast it and it just kind of fizzles out. And then it went down to a 4 and then it went down to a 1. So each time I got worse and worse at it.
Mm-hmm. Did you say 7? I thought you got 10 for locomotor.
The very first time I got a 13. And then it went 7, 4, 1. So I did okay the first time when we started the class.
Okay. Yeah, that'll end up just being a P.
Okay.
Just down a little bit.
I guess I'll use my inspo one more time to try.
Sure. Can only be on the last one, but yeah. Victor.
I believe in you. I should not say shit. I never give you good advice. So yeah, I do. I'm evil like that. I got the natural 20 at the start. Then I got a 25 for Cantus, which I'd like to hit a certain person with, and then I got an 18 on Spelliamus.
Damn. Who do you want to hit with Cantus?
Can I hit Logan with it? And before I hit him with it, can I yell out like the most embarrassing song I know real fast to him? Just real quick, just because it's the first song that comes to mind. So if I yell at you, "Hey, Barbie girl," then hit you with it, you're going to think about the Barbie girl song.
I love that idea. Normally it's to hit. In this case, I'm going to make it a charisma save. That's a 2. So, yeah. So you cast out Cantus, Barbie girl, huh? And he begins singing at the top of his lungs, "I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world," and begins doing like a little bit of a dance and like pulls his hands down, and he's looking at you just now, having controlled himself. His eyes are like burning toward you while he's still singing.
I'm just laughing on the corner at my in
Life
the
is
corner.
plastic. It's fantastic. He's coming out trying to just punch you. Rojas is like, whoa, 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 and turns it off.
Wow.
That's Victor. Melis. And Victor, you get your inspiration back. That's hilarious.
I didn't use it. I should have used it. Didn't.
Oh.
Because
You lose it.
didn't lose.
You only get
I
one.
Lose it. I lose it.
Yep. Melis.
So Melis attempted to cast Locomotor again and failed with 5. But then she did successfully cast Rick Decembra with a nat 20.
Oh, you got a nat 20?
Yeah, and you did mention
That
the
saves
points
you.
there, so I don't know if you added those, but I'll take them
I
again.
did already, right. So you were going to have a D because you got a nat 20. You go up from where 2 from where I would have put you. So you're now passing.
Sick.
It's an A.
Sick.
Rick Decembra. I think casting this out a few times, you cast it over. Who do you want to cast it at? Your sister? Someone else?
I can pick. I hate to ask this question. Who has the most obnoxious / annoying / loudest laugh? I can say that because I have an obnoxious, annoying, loud laugh.
That's a difficult question because I think there's lots of characters that could. Taylor, no, joking.
Something's telling me Morgan, but I might be off base.
Morgan's on the roster. Morgan, Wilfred, are definitely our top 2 there. Saoirse. Morgan, Wilfred, and Saoirse.
I'm gonna pick Morgan mostly because Melis is not the biggest Morgan fan at the moment, and I
Morgan
think
isn't a big Morgan fan either. He's fairly small.
Short king, but not a good short king. I would love to cast it on him.
Yep. You cast out Rick Decembra, and it shoots across the way. He hits the ground. He begins to writhe in laughter. He's holding his gut. He's red in the face like a tomato. Professor Rojas comes out and is so funny. He doesn't stop and goes, "Oh, you okay, Morgan?" She gives him a little tap, and he still doesn't stop. She big smile, turns around and looks around the room. Other people are laughing, but you are standing there with the wand. Melis, this you? And everyone gets really quiet all of a sudden, turns around, goes and does their own thing.
Oh gosh, Professor, it was me. You're right. I didn't mean to hit him. It was
5
a
points
total
to Slytherin.
accident. Excuse me? I just said it was an accident.
This is a pretty potent one. Normally they only last for 6 seconds. Morgan's still going, so either he's a big drama queen or...
It sounds like he's a drama queen and I should get points for casting such a great spell.
She rolls her eyes. And she'll give you almost a little bow, out of respect. I think she will flick her wand down toward Morgan, and suddenly it ends on him. I'm dying. You can hear from him. Oh, get up, Morgan.
Shut up.
She says. So that's Defense Against the Dark Arts class. Let's see here. Oh, yes. Next, of course, is Herbology. Now, this year, the student supply list had Snuggleworm Puff Ear Muffs in all bold font. As you take your leave into the Herbology Greenhouse 2, you begin to learn why. The class is organized in front of small clay pots. You can see a few green leaves peeking up out of the soil. Everyone, find your spots, please. Find your spots, Professor Longbottom says up at the front, just cleaning some of the dirt off of his hands. Now, The plant in front of you is going to be your project for the year. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for everybody. Now, number one thing that we have to worry about, as you'll probably notice, is that you can hear me, he says. And you are all wearing these big earmuffs. You can't hear anything else. Here, the only one and only time I will allow it. Morgan, take off your headphones. Okay. Takes it off. Scream at the top of your lungs. Yeah, really. Neville says back. So, these I've taken the time to be sure to enchant each and every single one of your headphones. Thank you, Morgan. You put them back on now. And we will be able to hear each other, as well as myself, as long as you are wearing them. And that should be able to protect us. Should these fall off, it can be quite grave. Now, why might we be wearing these? What plant do you think we're encountering this year? Anybody?
And
That's a
shit.
D6 to Cole for putting up his hand. It is fastest if you have camera. And that's going to be a herbology check.
What's even faster than
Plus a
camera?
D6.
But yeah.
Yeah, do it. Let's get this Slytherin boy.
Yeah. People finally putting up their hands. I'm talking about
All right.
Herbology check though.
herbology.
I'll throw it in there. I don't think I'll do
Oh,
well though.
Doretta.
Yep, that's what I thought.
No, Shade's not getting it. So he looks around the room for a little while. All the Southerns are like, us. I really want to like get that lead. And then he looks around and says, 1 second, because I'll have to send it.
I don't need you to send it. I know.
Miss Dawson.
It's mandrakes, isn't it? The loud
Yes.
screaming ones. Yeah.
They're well known for it, at least, but they have many, many good uses. And we cultivate them every single year. I want you all to put as much care as you can into these little guys. They're going to need watering daily, so you'll have to find a few minutes every day just to come by here, make sure they're maturing properly. And if we do so, the main root cluster is going to be gifted to St. Mungo's. It's useful in some pretty difficult potions, and hopefully we can help out a lot of people. He says with just this like big golden glint in his eye. But we have to set some ground rules. Rule number 1, we never take off our earmuffs. Understood? I said, are we understood? He yells back. People are like, understood, Professor. Good. Rule number 2. Absolutely no wands are allowed out in class unless I say so. Okay? Don't be like wayward spell cracking a pot and killing us all. Killing us. Billy looks really worried. Oh, no, not at this age, mind you. But mandrakes are sentient plants. When disturbed from the soil, they let out a particularly powerful wail, he says, looking over toward Dee, which they're well known for. A fully matured mandrake has enough concussive force to crack stone or kill a troll. People are taken a little bit aback by that. Oh, for bonus points, who can tell me what a fully matured mandrake is called? Huh? Anybody? That's a D6 to Ray. And that's going to be another herbology check.
I don't want to interrupt.
He will not call again on DD, so you may as well not even roll.
Tried to steal it.
Gotta have your camera on, my friend.
I rolled a 10. I was laughing at that.
Nick used to try to do a thing where he changed his icon to a hand. Yeah, it was never fast enough.
I'm sorry, I don't make enough money to afford a camera, Alex. I'm trying. I'm just gonna go cry
Get them on Wish.com. I don't know.
Go get mine on Aldi or whatever.
I'll send you my second one.
I
Sorry.
think there's a way
Okay.
you can set up your phone to connect to your computer. I guess it depends on what computer you have, but there's a way to do it. I think.
God,
No, I'm just
Alan
being
still
lazy.
would have won again. You're only
I know.
proficient. It's not like you didn't have anything special either. Guess no one
But that's
does.
Alan rolled 2 19s in a row.
Unreal.
I'm just lucky.
Like a 5%.
It's one part of my
chance.
life where I'm lucky. I'm lucky in a lot of ways.
So like as soon as Melis's hand shoots straight up, he goes, "Yes, Melis!" He's like points.
Mandragora?
He starts like he's really excited. 5 points! 5 points to Slytherin. And 5 points to Hufflepuff. There we go. Slytherin's at 15 points. Hufflepuff's at 5. Well, while these are just babies, oh wait, sorry. So because of all that, well, that's why we're going to be wearing our protective equipment. He gestures for everyone to get ready. I'll show you how it's done. You're going to grasp just below the leaves of the plant, get a firm grip, and then when you feel you're ready, you give it a tiny little tug. You can see a bit of that soil beginning to move. You tug upward, and he pulls it out, and you all can see just this high-pitched scream, this ugly fucking root baby that you've ever seen pulling up out of the soil. And then you're gonna take him over here. We're gonna place him inside one of these larger pots because that one's way too small for it now. You gotta take some of your dirt and stack it on. Once you have a nice little ring down there, you gotta take your watering can and give him a nice bath. Yeah, there we go. There we go. The baby like still screaming, trying to swat him away. And then we're going to pack on the soil on top. You want to make sure it's firm, but not rock solid. It needs to be able to move. And if you guys do that, you're going to get dirt all over the floor of the greenhouse here because they're going to kick it up. And he shows you how it's done. Everybody, make me a herbology check.
I'm wasting everything. I just realized that I should have rolled that first bodily check at advantage. I'm a fool. So I forgot I got the advantage from Faith. I'm just failing everything.
Hey, Alex, can I ask a couple questions while people are rolling?
Yeah.
It was about last class. If we attempted a higher level spell like Expelliarmus, like me, if I did this, did the higher level spell slot, can we still attempt it during downtime, even if we didn't succeed? Is that counted as like an attempt during class?
You can attempt during downtime. Yeah,
Okay.
but you can only research a spell one time if you succeed. Yeah, until you have the spell slots to actually cast it.
Yeah, so one successful research is all of it. Okay.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then
Can't get any better.
can we use unused inspirations during downtime for advantage on anything?
Yes, you can.
And can you learn spells from last year in class?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you can choose last year's spell. Absolutely. I had people in 7th. I once had a person in 7th year be like, "I'm going to attempt Accio," and I was like, "You're kidding me? You don't have Accio?" And he's like, "I'm like, this is 70 sessions. You don't have Accio?"
Yeah, so I don't want to fall in that trap, basically. So figured I'd ask.
I remember 4th year, I came into a game late in 4th year, and I was like, can I practice Bombarda?
Yeah, that got me at that time, yeah. Oh, because I was like, well, you're coming in late, so of course everyone else would have had to have attempted it.
It was an attack. I remember it was like, you have no attacks, and I'm like, I don't have it. You should at least be able to cast Bombarda. I'm like, I didn't. I never
That was like
attempted it.
Brooke's first game. Like for the first 4 years, she didn't have a single offensive spell. It was crazy.
Yep, always funny.
Yeah.
Oh, good times.
Okay. Okay, I'll get out of the way. Melees. Gimme. What did you roll?
Okay, Melis rolled a 5. So not very good.
Please make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Okay. Victor.
Is it a skill check or?
Whoops.
17.
Saving throw. So it's our save if
Thank
you
you,
want to do it
Sam.
that way, or you can do it via the website.
He's a 14.
You're safe. Victor, what did you get? Sorry.
17.
Okay, very nice. Milva.
A 7.
Gotcha. Make me a con save, please, Milva. Daphne.
18.
Finally.
Yeah.
Finally, we're getting good grades here. That's what I'm
Not getting
talking
distracted
about.
by mushrooms this time.
Exactly. Didi.
15.
Still roll well. We're all gunning for your downfall, Alan. We're all.
I'm sure she'll
The
just
shoe-
get
I'm telling you, the
wild
shoe's
into
gonna
drugs
drop.
one year. Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna have 8 nat 1s in one episode.
exactly.
My Constitution save was 17.
You're safe along with your sister. Shade.
Why do you sound so bummed about that?
Got a 4. I'm sucking this year, just like last semester.
Roll me a con save.
I will.
He's praying one of us fails.
Got a 12.
Oh, that's the DC.
Meets it.
Due to Neville's diligent, and I mean diligent, safety precautions this go around, everyone is able to do this unharmed for the most part. He takes anybody maybe Milva and Maylis who each have their one ear off so they can hear each other and talk easier. He just grabs that and goes just slaps it right on your ear, gives you a look walks past. And Shade, he's able to fix yours because it is a little off. It needs to be on the top of your head, not on the back.
Thanks, Professor.
And what we're going to do is we're going to go around the table, and everyone is going to describe their mandrake and what it looks like. I have an image I'll throw you guys for some inspiration, and based on your roles. So if you roll really nice, we describe what's really nice about your mandrake. If you roll really bad, like Shade, or Melis and Milva, you guys get to tell me what's a little off about your mandrake. Let's see here. I had that image. Where's my hidden chat? There it is. Mandrakes. Where are my mandrakes? Almost there. There it is. So, mandrakes can come in all different shapes and sizes. Throwing your way in discussion, I will show you how different they can really look. They can be top heavy, they can be bottom heavy, they can have thin legs, they can have giant faces, tiny faces. Their leaves can even look different. They can have different kinds of limbs and eyes and mouths and stuff like that. Giant noses. They can be in an S shape. They can, just like roots. They can be in different ways. So I'm gonna roll randomly because I'm sure everyone's ruminating on what theirs looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, D6. Okay, Shade, you're up first. Based on your roll, your herbology roll, what does yours look like?
Mine is almost cancerous looking. Like there are just so many lumps and cysts and just it doesn't even look like it has a face. It's more of like a slug that has like
Yes.
a couple of little like indentations where its eyes or stuff would be.
Yeah.
And it's just like it does have this nastily open mouth though. So like it's extra loud but malformed. Like it's just grotesque in the worst way.
That was great. Inspiration back to you, Cole. That was wonderful. I loved it. It was a good picture. Let's see. A face only a mother could love.
Yeah,
Milva.
or a Neville, I guess.
Neville.
Yes, so Milva pulls her out, and it has a huge bulbous head and very long, shriveled limbs, a bit like a shrunken head.
It's all head, no body. Like it doesn't have a
Yes.
body. It's just head and arms and legs. Like an onion.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Love it. I'll roll you again. Victor.
I think Victor's, because he rolled pretty well. His is pretty standard, except all the leaves are just like on the center of its head, going backwards, kind of like looks like a
Mohawk?
leaf. It looks like a leaf mohawk, really.
That's awesome. Just a big fan of leaves.
Yeah,
I like
it's weird because like Victor keeps like trying to like separate the leaves, but they just keep going back to like the middle. It's just is rocking out.
like, come on. They just keep coming back.
I respect the hairstyle, but
Okay, Daphne, you're up.
Daphne's mandrake is kind of a deep, dark purple, almost like a beet in color.
Ooh.
It kind of, I don't remember what, there's something that came to mind, like some sort of monster that I couldn't think of, but it basically, where Milva's is just a head, Daphne's is just a body, but this just has a big mouth where its stomach would be if it was like a humanoid. Like, as she pulls it out, it's like this
weird.
It's like this like very round purplish like figure, basically, like with little tiny arms.
So
that
the
kinda stick out.
shoulders are higher than where the face
you-
is,
I guess if you
essentially.
imagine Kirby, but like as a
Yeah.
beat, you know? Does
Yeah.
that make sense? That's basically what it looks like.
Okay, thank you. I loved it. You got two more? Maelys, that's you.
Okay, so we all know that Maelys likes her like weird little creatures. So I would think that she is enamored with this mandrake, regardless of its form. It probably has like a second arm sprouting on one, a third arm sprouting on one
Third
side.
arm.
Yeah, second on the side, but
Neville's
technically
like,
third.
that's really good, actually.
And I would like to think that she's like staring at it, and it's like screams have made a song to her, and it's like literally the first thing that came to my mind was like Let It Go from Frozen, and she's like, yeah, and so she's trying to like sing along with the mandrake. Obviously she can't hear it, but she's like, this is what's happening in my brain.
Get the siren song. Take off the headphones. Take them off. I need to hear my child. Sing to me, my child. You and your like weird growing menagerie of curiosities. There's like the fucked up bird. And what else did you get? You got another one.
I can't remember. It was the hummingbird with two wings. I don't remember what the second one was. And then she also has the pygmy puff with the extra long tongue.
Yeah. Okay, Dee, you last.
I'm thinking mine's like if
Giant
handsome Squidward, was just
yes!
like really,
Oh,
really,
yes!
really
Mind
acne
meld,
face.
Alan.
Yes. And it's just got like
love that.
two stubs coming out of where the ear would be, like the two tiniest little nubbins you've seen under the chin. And that's like it.
The butt chin in the middle.
It's just pretty much like that. except with much worse skin.
Well, no. What if we make it with perfect skin? It's
Well, I mean, it's not really a
smooth.
mandrake then.
Worse.
The
It's,
baby's bottom.
sure.
Bottom.
You can go with it.
Mandrakes come in all different shapes and sizes.
This one's a beautiful mandrake.
Yeah.
Yes. The lips, especially. Those are definitely perfect
Yeah,
no matter
just
what.
plump.
It's got the sexy Squidward face.
Yes.
Yeah. With the amazing jawline
Yes.
and everything. Yeah. Yeah. We'll call him Chinathy.
Perfect.
And that is herbology. All right. Yeah, that's fun. Very good work today. Taylor, I'm gonna need you to finish before you go to the next period, okay? Yeah, sure, whatever. Taylor's still working on hers. As for the rest of you, I think. Oh, you guys have a free period before curfew. Enjoy, he says, and waves you guys all off. And people begin to
Dee
filter out into the
hesitates and
herbology
then goes to
courtyard.
help Taylor.
Sure, we'll do that in just a second. You guys all have a free period. Free periods can be used for anything. Open-ended, whatever the hell you want to use your time on. You could research a spell if you want. You could practice a spell where you get 2 attempts, just like during downtime. You could talk to a friend. You could go in swimming. You could fuck around on the grounds. You could go exploring with a friend or something. The world is your oyster. So what we like to do is, if you have ideas, I'd like to hear them, because I like to kind of like figure out what scenes I should do first. So
I think Milva would like to venture down to the kitchen and have tea with the house elves.
oh, that's fun. Okay, cool. You going with anybody?
I don't know. I'm not sure if anyone would be interested.
I guess we'll see. Anybody else?
I mean, I'd go to tea if I wasn't helping Tay Tay, but I got to help Tay Tay out.
Yeah.
I think Daphne would go with Milva.
Oh no.
If Milva like made it clear that she was going to the House Elves, I think Daphne would.
Well,
try
we'll
to
have
come
a little
along.
scene with it then. All right. Victor Shade.
Trying to think of what can cause the most chaos in the least amount of time.
You can always say, "Come back to me," and then we can just start scenes. I can come back to you if you ever want to have all the time in the world.
Yeah, can you do that?
Sure.
Can you tell me again what so if I attempt to spell twice, like I could try Expelliarmus twice, or no, that's just a 1 roll research.
Sorry. Okay. So Expelliarmus is a level 2 spell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So once it is properly researched, there's no more benefit that you can gain from attempting it until you actually have the spell slot to do so.
Right. And
So
then can I try, if I fail the first time at researching it, can I try it twice, or is
yes,
it?
you can try to research it again if you want.
And if I succeed the first time, can I try a different spell, or I have to do it when I tried in class?
Yeah. So like if you want to do attempting spells for your free period, then you can do two attempts on the same spell. You could do 1 attempt on one spell and 1 attempt on
Okay.
another spell. Yeah.
It has to be when I tried in class, though, right?
It does have to be one you
Okay.
tried in class.
think
The way to get around that is you can use a free period to research a spell that you haven't attempted in class, but then that whole period is only for researching. Now it becomes available to you to attempt in another free period. And if you ever want to go out of bounds, well, I don't endorse it as much because, okay, I'm about to tell you that you can do a thing. I'm going to say don't do it unless you have purpose, because it can mess with the balance of the game. But you can research spells from 1 year higher than yourself. You can
Got
take
it.
the free periods to attempt them and to do all that.
Okay. I think Shade is frustrated with his poor grades so far, and he's just going to be hitting the books.
Cool. Oh yeah, you can work on grades too.
Oh, not that kind of grades, just spells.
I know what I want to do now.
Oh, Victor, what's up?
I would like to go into a place I'm not supposed to. I would like to go into the restricted section, please, and find me a good spell.
You just started second year. You're going to the restricted section already, huh?
Might as
You're gonna
well. I
brave
mean,
the perils, huh?
brave the perils. Might as well see what's in there.
All right.
Alex, I'd actually like to change my free period answer if that's
I'm
okay.
going to the restricted section too. Joking. What's up?
No. Daphne is going to, instead of following Milva, going to also, I guess, go to a place she's not allowed and go towards the Forbidden Forest.
Oh yes. That's cool.
Chaos. I love chaos. It's a good thing.
Sounds good. All right. And see. Melis, what was yours again? Just want to make sure I have everyone else's.
I didn't say mine because I was waiting on confirmation. Melis would like to go to the library and research a potion.
Yeah, totally.
I think I've got all 3 of my potions that we decided on based on downtime. So, do you need to know which potion I want to research currently, or do you just want me to like message that, or does it matter?
You can message me. Yeah, we'll come
Okay,
back to
cool.
it. Okay. Thank you. Now I know how to organize it. So, Milva, you step out with many of the other Hufflepuffs into the herbology courtyard. You can see it is just the beginning of fall. Trees are starting to change their leaves to nice orange little hues. You can see a few of them starting to fall down from around you. But there's still flowers from spring, from summer. There's ones that are cultivated around the sides of the greenhouses out here, and your friends are all in a big tizzy around you. And Nolan says, "Hey, I feel like we didn't really get enough time to talk. How have you been?"
Oh, I'm doing pretty well. How are you with your sibling being here?
I just leave him be. I think he gets enough flack from me during the summer. So. And his
Did you
name's
do anything fun?
Zachary, by the way.
Zachary. Okay.
Although we could just refer to him as sibling for much that would make me very happy.
Sibling it is.
No, I'm not joking. Zach. Call him Zach.
Well, did you do anything fun over the summer?
Do anything fun? What would you describe as fun?
I don't know. Get up to mischief, perhaps?
No, mostly just avoiding extended family
Mm,
for the most part.
fair enough. I understand that.
I don't really get out as much. My mom hasn't been feeling very well lately, so we've kind of been shut inside. Board games. Board game nights.
Oh, great. Love board games.
Yeah, my dad has this old Crumble Cup board, and he pulled it out of the attic and couldn't put it down.
We'll have to play sometime.
Oh, please no.
Oh, perhaps a different game then.
I don't know. What games do you know?
Well, since I've been seeing my sister a lot, we've been playing a lot of Muggle board games, to be honest. You know, Settlers of Catan, Clue, Sorry, Monopoly. Have you heard of any of those?
Isn't one of those a crime?
Monopoly?
Yeah.
Used to be.
Nope, just a regular board game.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm actually heading back to the common room right now. If you want to play a board game or two, I think Wilfred I saw him with a card game. Or actually, I got these cool things. You ever heard of tarot?
I have, yes.
I got my own deck.
Oh, cool. Love to see it.
Yeah, my mom and dad got it for me. I could do a reading for you sometime. You let me know.
Okay, awesome. Will do. Thanks.
What are you up to?
I think I'm gonna go down to the kitchens, have some tea, check out the house elves. I haven't actually been down there yet.
Oh, love some tea.
You should come along.
You wouldn't mind.
No, the more the merrier.
Cool. He'll go with you. And I think like Daphne nearby is like looking over toward the far off forest and trudge along. Milva and Nolan, the two of you guys walk side by side through the Oxford building, and we can see yeah, we can see like shade going up the serpentine staircase, and Maylis running from behind you, kind of the wind kicking up your hair for a moment. I wonder where the hell she's going so fast.
Yeah, no kidding. Probably going to study some. She's a bit of a book nerd when it comes to potions.
Oh, don't you want to invite her?
No, not really.
Oh.
I got enough of her over the summer, trust me.
Maylis, what's your passive perception?
I'm laughing so hard about this. Passive perception is a solid 15, Cotton.
That's solid. You hear the tail end of this conversation as you're starting to go up the stairs.
Interesting. Okay. She'll keep going. She won't stop.
All right. What's Victor doing again? He was doing everything right. Victor, we heading up there too. Dang. Okay.
Yep.
Didi, what are you doing again?
I'm just helping out Tay Tay, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
So then we will return to this scene as we go back to the herbology thing. Make a herbology check, Didi.
Sure. My fourth herbology skill check of the evening.
What did you get?
15.
Damn!
Sorry, I keep thinking you're looking in there.
No, I don't. I don't normally open it. So you help out Taylor, make sure that she finishes all up. Her mandrake has these thick ass legs, just like tiny upper body.
How many C's?
15.
15.
For every point of herbology that you roll. No, it's got these like big thunder thighs. You have to set it down, and this thing seems just as quiet and as timid as Taylor is as well, which is odd. And Taylor, when you're all done, goes, "Oh, you didn't have to do that."
Well, I know it can be hard relating with people sometimes and just being stressed out, and I don't know. I didn't feel like leaving you behind. You're all alone.
I'm always alone.
Do you want to be? Or are you just used to it?
I'm heading out. You can hear Neville on the other side. Be good. And you can hear the door slam. I don't know. Sometimes not. I mean, You probably want to be alone sometimes too.
Yes, it's good to be alone sometimes, but not always.
She kind of like hikes up her bag onto one side, looks down at the mandrake. You're pretty good at this stuff.
No,
Anyone
I am.
ever tell you that?
Sorry, I misheard that.
You're pretty good at this stuff.
Right.
Anyone
Okay.
ever tell you that?
Well, I have to say the grades do, but other than that, not really.
She like sits there in a bit of awkward. She looks left and looks right, looks up at you. I'm heading down to the lake. If you want to come, it's pretty cold though.
Well, I've never been there, and I suppose I have a free period. I hadn't really thought of anything else to do, so sure. I'd love to.
Cool. And then we can watch the two of you guys walking along the viaduct bridge out toward the viaduct courtyard, and you're at like a cliff side that goes straight down toward the lake. You really hope she doesn't mean to just dive off. But you actually find that she brings you to a long set of stone stairs that you had completely forgot about. You took them your first day at Hogwarts, and she takes you down into the boathouse down here. She enters inside, and you can see the boathouse looks very different than your first day. You don't really take it in as much. These long, beautiful windows with iron buttresses, and there is a high, extended ceiling where a boat or multiple boats are stacked on top of each other, have been hoisted up into the ceiling, and you can see this wide open doorway that looks right out into the tumultuous lake that splutters and splashes on the side. And it's mostly quiet. You can hear the distant call of birds, the noise of the water, and Taylor just flopping down her things onto the ground. She sits on the edge of the dock. Feel free to make yourself at home, she says. You look around, there's like barrels, and you can see like an old net up here, and a big like a spear fish. No, was it
Harpoon?
yeah, harpoon. Yeah.
What do you suppose they'd need a harpoon for?
Well, there is the giant squid.
Really? A giant squid?
Yeah, I've seen her a few times. Seems like she just keeps to herself, honestly. She's like taking off her shoes right now.
Is she going to be like, well, I don't know. We'll see what she does. So, do you come here to study, or do you just meditate or something?
I don't really see the need of studying for the most part. Like either it stuck or it didn't. Just kind of have to accept where it lands.
Well, that's one way to think of it, I suppose.
Yeah, it's so totally not your way. You absolutely study.
It seems like a quiet enough place.
What about you?
Good for it.
You go anywhere? Hang out anywhere? This is where I like to be alone.
Yes, there were a few spots out in nature when I was hanging with my mom. There was a nice cliff top.
She
that I
fits her
would like to
feet
look over.
down and kind of dangles them into the water as you speak, and just plays with her feet in the water while listening to you.
That looks fun. And I will start to do a similar thing. Yes. And by that, I mean the same thing.
Mhm.
So, as taking the socks off, it's like, I don't think I've actually done this for a long time. Have you ever gone swimming?
Oh, Well, you just walk everywhere, like all the time. So, like the cold lake on the feet, it's great after a long day.
Yes, I have to imagine so.
What
I'm
were you
about to
saying?
find out.
You were
Oh, I was
talking
just
about your
wondering if
dad
you
or
would.
something.
Hmm?
You were talking about your dad or something?
Oh, what was I talking about? We'll just say I was.
Quiet
Yes.
place. The topic was quiet place.
Oh, right.
And she asked you if you go anywhere.
Top of a cliff. Yes.
Keep going.
When I was out in the wilds with my mom, there was one cliff that I really liked being out on the top of it. Looked out on a nice rolling hills and valley and nice natural Scottish beauty. The birds are singing.
I always hate heights. Not scared of
Really?
them. I just I feel exposed.
I could see that. And at this point, Dee Dee's like got her feet in the water, kicking it around. So
The water's really, really fucking cold. Like, make me a con save.
okay.
Now, you're probably really good at those, but
Well, Dee Dee is apparently too good at everything. Yeah. Yikes. Yeah. 23.
you have no issue with it. But you imagine that, like, most people would probably find this to be almost too cold. You're comfy though. You absolutely see why she likes it so much, and Taylor seemingly has no issue with it either. In fact, like she's not even wearing her robe; she's like taking that off. So, and it's like fall, so it's chilly. She doesn't even notice.
So you are accustomed to the cold then, I take it.
Well, you have to be. The winters are pretty long from where I come from.
And
They're
where's
rough,
that?
and the hot springs are like way too far from my house.
And where's that?
Greenland.
Oh, interesting. I don't think I've known anyone from Greenland before.
It's pretty small. Yeah.
It looks really big on the map.
Oh, wait, did I get it wrong? Shit, I did.
Is Greenland or Iceland?
Iceland. She meant to say
Well,
Iceland. Yeah, Iceland.
yeah,
It's pretty small.
fair enough, yeah.
Yeah. She says I live on a little acreage, kind of out on the coast. Dad brings in fish. You look around at where you are. She keeps going. He could be gone for days at a time. Sometimes. Sometimes he takes me with him.
I know what that's like. I would have to be out in the forest with my mom. And we'd go wandering around, and I don't know. It was sort of like we were looking after each other in a way. She was a giant, of course. Gestures at herself.
She doesn't even flinch.
And yeah, so Dee Dee pauses a bit, waiting for the reaction that doesn't come, and then. But yes, she had a tendency to just wander into Muggle places. So every once in a while, I had to lead her off of that. But I'd go check in to town, and that's where Dad would be sometimes, but not always. And he would come out and check with us in the forest sometimes. I would have liked to have been more, but I did hang out with him a lot this summer, so that was nice. We went to Glasgow.
You don't get to see your dad very often?
Oh, he's always busy with something or another. Although he's a nice person. I do like hanging out with him when he wants to.
She looks down. After you finish the sentence, just one of those times in a conversation where things get quiet. Don't really know exactly what to say next. It's not entirely uncomfortable, just silent. Tay looks up. Did he?
Yeah.
Do you feel more human or more giant?
That's a good question. And Dee Dee has to like pause for a long time. I guess more human.
Oh. She kind of
But
nods, leaving only that one syllable. You can see your answer means something to her. You can see the little squint, the thought in her eyes behind it all. She
it's not like I don't feel the other half very acutely. She just gestures at herself again. It's kind of hard to avoid it, honestly, and even though I try.
why?
Well, it's just awkward being as big as I am. Mhm.
I guess doorways would be hard.
Yes, doorways are hard, chairs are hard. Things that boats, little canoes are hard. I have to use the big one up there. He gestures at that one. So many things, just shoes. Finding shoes. You have no idea how hard it is to find good shoes. It's
It
part of
hits
why
her. She looks up and says, "It's easy to say that you should just love yourself. It's hard to admit that it can be annoying sometimes."
Yes, true words.
And then you hear a splash. And Taylor's gone.
Oh, goodbye then.
Like, Taylor? She does not return. You don't even see her surface. You're just like, did she just...
I would say
Yep.
Dee Dee hangs around concerned for like 10 minutes or something, just like scanning the area. But yeah, like at the end of the day,
10
she's like,
minutes? 10 minutes? Make me a perception check.
sure. I'm reaching for my actual die. Oh yeah. Is that? Yeah, it is. There's a bad roll. 7.
7, yeah. But only when it's thematically appropriate.
It is.
Goodness. Yeah, you look around and you're not sure if, like, because it's a big lake, she absolutely could, like, bob a head up and you might not even see her. But you don't catch another whiff of her. Well, that was an odd, interesting conversation to have.
Yeah.
And apparently Taylor doesn't do goodbyes as much. She's certainly not the most socially proper, as we all are aware, I think.
Yeah.
But the conversation kind of reached like a logical
Trying to get in there.
conclusion, and
I'm
then
trying to fish out some details.
she just
Yeah.
she just dipped. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe see
Weird
if I
girl.
can spear a few interesting facts out of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
White
Okay,
whale.
I'm done.
Milva! You here?
Last she wrote was BRB.
When was that?
4 minutes ago.
Okay. Well, we are at the 2-hour mark, so then why don't we just take our break? When we come back, we'll see Nolan and Milva for a little while, and then we'll move off to the Forbidden Forest, and then to the library, and have our fun.
Sounds good.
See you guys in 10 minutes.
Are you looking for that perfect gift for that tabletop role player in your life? For that podcaster? For that little sister that keeps going on and on about shiny math rocks? Well, look no further. OBP Musical has you covered. Original theme music for your characters, worlds, podcasts, and more. Has your bard written lyrics about a party member's tragic demise? Let us compose to them. Or better yet, let us write those lyrics for you. But the goodness, no, greatness, doesn't stop there. How would you like a cast member of Les Miserables, Disney, or Come From Away to sing your pieces? Oh, you bet you would. Fully orchestrated cinematic pieces. Pieces like this.
Who'd rise to meet the call, who'd fiercely face the danger, be a hero to them all. For the hordes of people
we have 8 vocalists, 7 composers, 2 lyricists, and an admin team ready to take your request. For as low as $60 US, you can get your own musical theme. OBP Musical, making fantasy a reality.
Hello, everybody. We are back. Rachel,
Hello.
tell me you're here.
I'm here.
Wonderful. You and Nolan are heading down together toward the kitchen. Damn, another fucking yawn. Man, I need to get better sleep. Apparently, you guys would, unlike Dee Dee, who went across the viaduct bridge. You're probably ready to go down that direction when Nolan says, "I know a quicker way."
Really? Okay.
He shrugs. He takes you to the right-hand side, down to the southwesterly tower of the quad, and there's a circular staircase. It goes straight down past the first floor, down into the dungeons. You didn't even know this was here. You walk out into a familiar dungeon hallway, and Nolan says, down on the right-hand side, there is the potions classroom. On the left is one of my favorite places in the castle, and then down that way is the Hufflepuff common room and the kitchens.
Oh, nice. How did you figure out this shortcut?
I actually explore, unlike some other people who like to use the handy little map that you were given in first year. See, I didn't get a braille map. That would be a little weird. So I had to figure it out myself.
You didn't get a braille map. The bar must be in hell here for accessibility.
You can't make a braille map because a map is pictures.
I think I'd push back on that a little bit. You could probably have braille corridors on a map. I think having multi-floors could be an
Yeah.
issue, but
Yeah,
surely.
but then I don't know where the corridors are. Sure, you could have it stick out or whatever, but it's better just to walk around.
That's true. Fair enough. Well, awesome. Thanks for showing me this.
I got lost over 8 times.
I mean, that's not so bad. For being a first year, I mean, you get lost at least 5 times by default.
Oh, after you, he says, pointing toward the kitchens.
Okay, so they enter the kitchen and see the hustle and bustle of the
Well,
kitchen.
you never entered the kitchens before,
Oh,
have you?
no, that's true. I haven't, but
Yeah.
I've probably read about
You-
it, right?
You would have gone. You probably would have been told by an older year. It's kind of
Mhm.
like a passed down knowledge.
Mhm.
So you head down the long corridor,
Mhm.
head up a little flight of stairs, find yourself in the entrance dungeon, where you can go even higher to go to the Great Hall, and then just past that, there is the long hallway toward your common room.
Mhm.
You were told by Ty Connolly that one of the portraits on said wall, find the one with the cornucopia and tickle the pear.
Okay, so I walk
So
down the
you
hallway.
know how to get to the
Mhm.
kitchens, right? Nolan says.
I do, yeah. An older student in the Hufflepuff Common Room told me about it. We just have to look for a painting of fruit and tickle the pear.
I'll keep my eyes open.
Thanks.
You
All right.
find it pretty quickly.
And I
You
reach
look-
out and touch the painting and hold my breath to see if anything happens.
The moment you give it a little tickle, you watch the pear leap up on 2 little stick legs, like it's some kind of animated drawing. It goes and it jumps up and runs off the side of the frame. And then you can hear a heavy click, and the entire thing opens up in this tiny doorway. You walk in, and you hear a heavy thud as Nolan hits his head on the top of the door. Ow! Oh,
Ooh, sorry. Probably should have warned you about the clearance on that one.
that's okay. He's gonna get down and enter into the kitchen, and you can see I mean, this is like after dinner, so there is a bunch of people all like cleaning dishes out here. You can see a chef has like a big chef's hat, currently barking orders at other people around the kitchen, and a little place, like a tiny table that you could sit at as well. I think one of them that was running by like stopped. Oh, we got Hufflepuffs. Oh dear. We're going to be closing in about 15 minutes. Chef Blackthorn yells over toward you. I don't think I've seen either of you here before.
No, we've never been here before. I was actually just hoping to get a cuppa if I could.
Oh, not problem. TT! He yells off, and you can see another little bustle starts. And it's not long until you can see flame, like I'm talking just flame roar on the other side of the kitchen. And it takes maybe 60 seconds before you can hear the high whistle of a kettle going. And he is like looking around, someone's running past him, and he points, Gregory, you're up. Oh, what? Oh no, I'm not good with the students. You have to get experience sometime. Go, 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 go. And this little guy turns around. Good evening, master. Good evening, students. We have a place right over here for you. Should be plenty comfortable. Sure. Might I take your hand to lead me? Okay. Yes, of course. And he'll come over and take Nolan's finger. His whole hand wraps around Nolan's finger. His tiny little house elf, gray and in like a little button-up shirt. And they sit you guys down at this little table. Thank you. Not to worry. Need anything? Just feel free to ask. And he tries to get away, and Nolan goes, "Were you called Gregory?" Yes, that is my name. Nice to meet you. I'm Nolan. We only just started in Hufflepuff like a year ago, so happy to be here. Happy to have you. He like smiles there for a second at Nolan, looks over at you, Milva, and you can hear Gregory from the other side of the kitchen. Oh, coming! And you watch him disappear and pop out of existence. Whoa.
Did he just apparate? I didn't know that elves could apparate.
Oh yeah, definitely. Elves are surprisingly powerful with the amount of magic they can do.
Oh, I've never met one before. From what I understand, it's mostly wealthy families that have them.
A lot of them did. I never have, ever, even before it was no longer in vogue. And like, out of character, there's been a lot of work done. See, owning house elves, still not illegal. Okay? Still a very real part of the world here. However, the house elves who work here are free. They are also paid. And that is a struggle. Because there's a lot of indoctrination with them about how they should be treated, how they believe they deserve to be treated. And Hermione, because this kind of a side thing, so I'm just going to tell you. Hermione ended up doing a lot of lobbying. So she kind of made Spew into a much bigger thing, and has been kind of starting a grassroots movement of bringing your house elf and having them work for the house elf placement agency, which ensures different like standards of living for them. So a lot of these house elves still live with the families that they grew up with. I mean, it would almost be terrible to fully release them unless they wanted to, because a lot of these are house elves are actually dependent on those families for care and love, and they're a part of the family, and it's a whole messy situation for them. So, yeah. You might have also noticed that Gregory almost called you masters instead of students. So there's still like a transition going on there. But no one says, yeah, I never had them. I think grandma had them, though. Or has them. I've never met her.
Oh, interesting. Are you not very well connected with your family?
It's always just been my dad, Henry, my mom, Linnea, and Zach. Just us.
Well, that's nice. It sounds like your parents are still married, so that's great.
Oh,
Can't say the same for mine.
yeah. My dad head over heels for my mom. He's, in fact, constantly annoys us. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say.
Oh, it's for the best, really. Much better apart than together.
Really? See, he's the person who's, been growing up with like two very loving parents, very caring parents. He doesn't understand very much.
Oh, sure. Yeah, they just didn't really get along. Mom's a witch, dad's a muggle, and just it didn't work out.
That's why you and Maylis, you guys lived apart, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yep, and we sometimes switch households, but mostly separate.
He thinks on that for a minute. Then you can hear a little ding, and Gregory shows up out of nowhere. I have brought you each cups of tea, as well as a bit of crackers, a snack, some cookies. And he starts putting out way more than you ordered out on this table here. This is a lot. Oh, I'm sorry. I can take some of it back. I just thought no. Please, thank you. He says.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you, sir.
Uh, cool. You're welcome. You're welcome. He says, looking very, very proud of himself. And then, do you have stuff to do? Nolan says, like, you don't have to stick around here. And Gregory goes, yes. If you need anything. And disappears again. Funny little thing, eh?
Yeah, seemed to be in a hurry.
He's kind of cute.
Well, cool. We got to be out of here in like 10 minutes, so I guess let's get to it.
Oh, 10 minutes. Sounds long enough for a tarot reading.
Yeah, let's do it.
He's going to take out his deck. He starts to shuffle them. You ever had a tarot reading before?
I haven't, no.
Well, it's going to tell you a bit about your past, a bit about your present, and a bit about your future. To be clear, the future card is never set in stone. It's always moving, impacted by how we act. The path that is shown to you is one of many. One that you can choose to walk or to not. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, I would like you please to roll me 3 separate times.
Okay.
Shit. 1d23 minus 1.
Okay.
And then roll me 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
1d2.
Okay, and then roll a 1d2 3 times?
Correct.
Okay. Not great. Okay, so the first roll was a 16, and then all the others were 1s.
Okay, that's fine. The
'Cause
ones are
it's
fine.
D2.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. What's the first of the d23s?
The D23 is a 16.
Okay. Did you say they're all ones?
Yeah, the 1d2s are all 1s.
Damn. Okay. I read that wrong. Oh. So, he pulls out a few different cards. The first one flips down. Oh. The Tower.
Ooh, that's not good.
Huh? You know a little bit about divination, but it's upright. In your past, you have moments that were in upheaval, moments where you were shaken to your core. You felt like your foundations were crumbling around you. You wondered what your life was going to become. What had been built for you felt like it was ultimately what was crushing you. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I think that tracks. That sounds an awful lot like what it was like for me when I first got magic. It was extremely destructive and played a big part in why my parents got divorced.
Milva, when I say I'm sorry, I'm not apologizing. I feel sorrow. You're my friend. It sucks to know that you went through that.
Well, thanks. I appreciate it.
What's your next number?
Okay, so
23 minus 1?
okay, do that one again. A 123.
Yeah, I needed that 3 times.
Oh, I misunderstood. Give me 1 second. 20.
Oh, 5 points to Hufflepuff from Lost Servers. Boom. They needed that. Okay, what did you get? 20?
Correct.
He pulls out. This is your present. It's upright. Judgment. So, of course, the first card you could see that the cards are animated, but they also have like little braille in the corner so you can read them. The tower card shows a tower being like attacked by a lightning strike and the entire thing like crumbling down. Meanwhile, this one has what looks to be like a seraphim, sort of angel with like 6 wings, blowing a wide trumpet. Judgment. This is good. Judgment represents a strength of character. The journey has been long and difficult, but you've always risen to the occasion, taken it in stride. You've been able to look back on it and assess the triumphs and the failures and the little victories in defeat. Judgment heralds a awakening that you're currently having. One part of your journey comes to a close, and this higher purpose now calls to you. Best do well in classes, then, he says.
Well, this year it's not off to a great start, but I guess there's nowhere to go but up.
And your last one?
And my last one is also a 20.
Gotta roll again.
Okay. 18.
And your final card is, you can see on the card as he sets it down very softly, this woman like dancing, long flowing sleeves coming like ribbons around her. And you can see this glowing thing in the sky as like a rabbit runs around her. You see the moon. The moon is a card of dreams. You can never know every bend in your path, but you continue to imagine it. Precious little is illuminated by moonlight, and fantasies guide impression. It also means that you will soon be led by fears, by your anxieties. The moon is represented here by a faithful wife who once guarded a seed of immortality for her husband. When a wicked man attempted to steal it for himself, she swallowed the seed. The moon is her home. Above all, with what comes next, with whatever fears arise, trust your instincts.
Okay. Well, that seems like a moderately optimistic final card.
Mysterious card is what I'll say.
Absolutely.
You got something cut out for you. I can tell. And he
Great.
takes the cards and puts them away.
Well, thanks for the reading. That was cool.
And you guys enjoy a cup of tea together and talk and just hang out. All right. Daphne.
Yes.
Daphne. Yeah.
I have an idea for how to start, if that's okay.
Okay. Sure. Take it away.
So, I guess the last person who we saw see Daphne was Milva as she was walking away to go find the house elves. And Daphne, kind of on her own, had turned away from the herbology classroom and started walking towards the forest. As she passes the tree line, her shoulders relax and kind of her whole body kind of slows down a little bit. She walks with this sort of purpose when she's walking between classes, but when she enters the forest, she's calm and collected and almost just it looks like she's almost completely different attitude. She takes a deep breath in, and when she releases that breath, she can open her eyes again and see that the her befriended creature Finnegan is in front of her, visible for the first time in a few weeks. And she goes, "Oh, there you are, Finnegan. It's been a while since I've seen you." And
You want to describe what Finnegan looks like to rejuvenate the memories of everyone here?
yeah, so Finnegan is a creature called a Silfox, who is, I guess, just a homebrew magical creature. Resembles this kind of medium-sized green fox, or I guess, yeah, its torso is more of like a dark, like almost like a rock sort of color, but its back is covered in moss and a few mushrooms and fungus and stuff like that. And its eyes are. Let me see if I can.
You've seen it a few times around the castle when you're in a restricted area. It sat on your window during the time. It always disappears. So that's when you're walking here in the darkened forest paths. As you get deeper, you can see that thing reappear from up in the boughs. You stop, having actually caught sight of it, looking up at it, looks down at you, and curls its head to the side, and then leaps down the 25 feet and drops as if it's nothing. Walks over around you, and this long tail comes up. And you're able to bend down and talk to it as you were doing. Continue.
So Daphne kneels down. Well, I guess she can't. I guess considers really kneel. I guess she crouches down.
Of course you can kneel. Of course you can kneel.
Digitigrade legs, whatever.
You can do it.
We'll ignore that. She kneels down in front of Finnegan. And reaches out to place a hand on its head. And Finnegan kind of stays still for a moment, letting her rest her hand there. And her body kind of continues to relax. Her shoulders like go back into their relaxed position. What is so important here at Hogwarts that you feel like you need to be here for me? And it doesn't respond, but it kind of its tail kind of swishes a little bit, kind of idly on the grass behind it. Um, doesn't provide an answer. But with creature empathy, Daphne can see that it feels, I guess, a little bit anxious, like it needs to protect her from something. She's not sure, but it gives off the feeling that she needs to be protected and she can't tell from what. And so she kind of stays kneeled on this little mossy patch for a while, kind of just thinking, and eventually closes her eyes and starts to take deeper breaths and let herself slip into a little bit of meditation to kind of calm herself down. Because that's what the forest is best for.
When you do that, Daphne, take a minute, calm, and then you can hear a rustle. And you catch sight of your Silfox like running out into the brush.
Kind of snaps Daphne out of her trance a little bit. Stand up and kind of jog a little bit after it.
Hey,
try to be
I
quiet.
thought we were gonna hang out. You go out in that direction. A few minutes pass of you going after it. You can see it like stopping, looking at you, and then taking off before you get too close. It wants you to follow. Huh. Keep moving for a while. And then there's a part in the trees. Now it's later in the day. Remember this. The sun's going down. The sky has turned from a bright orange to magenta hues. Beautifully violet. And you can smell something. Something that invigorates you. You see tiny glowing blue dots. You see tiny flowers. Daphne, you can make me a herbology check at advantage due to your background.
Sure thing. 13.
Maybe you don't know what these are. It's okay. Look down. They're beautiful little flowers. Tiny blue flowers, kind of all in clusters and lines. As if they kind of grow outward, almost like vines on the ground. And through the parting of the trees, you see a mound. And sitting at the top of it is a thick tree. It has wide branches and has been bleached white by the sun. There is no leaves here. All around you, it's either evergreens or leaves that are changing color. But here, this one tree rises, or would have rose its boughs, probably a whole height of a tree higher than the rest of them.
I think my breath
This is a
when
mother tree. Dead.
when I finally catch sight of the mother tree, my breath catches, and I kind of stop completely in my tracks and just stare at it for a moment. So this is what's been out here this whole time.
You
Do
can
I
hear
recognize?
a scraping noise for a moment. Okay, sorry, what was your question?
Would
Go ahead.
Daphne know, like recognize this whatever and know what it's called or know anything about it?
Make me a history magic check at disadvantage.
That tracks. That's a 9. Mm-mm.
No. This big thing, it looks like it got so big that it kind of outcompeted the anything around it. So there's kind of this big ring where there are no other trees, and you can see little bushes around here and like stones and whatnot, and then you can hear that scraping noise, like stone on stone, and then you hear a tiny yip from your silk fox. You look around, like, where's it from? And then you can hear, "Oh, where did you come from?" Hear another voice. "Oh, I see. All right." You walk slowly around the side of the tree and can see this little lump of black. You can see this person hunched over, seemingly on their knees, hands in the dirt. And your silk fox sits nearby it, tail waving left and right. I'm sure she'll come over when she's ready.
Who will come over?
Right on time. You see a face turn toward you, and you see. There's a part that I forgot to say, but it's okay. You see something turn towards you, and you can see this big, like, skeleton head, like a deer, made of bone. Huge antlers that come up on either side, that you just hadn't. You mistook for like a bough from the tree for a moment, and it turns toward you, and then you're kind of taken back because it looks like some kind of maybe dangerous creature or something, and then she grabs the mask and pulls it backward, and you see a old woman, pale skin, somewhat kissed by the sun. There she has long white hair, wrinkles, plump face. You can see her hair has been put into two long braids on either side of her. She's a little round. Probably you would guess like 70, late 70s. Crow's feet on the eyes, laugh lines, and you might notice like the inklings of a bit of a tattoo coming along the neck. Soft blue hue to it. Hello there. You have interesting friends.
This is Finnegan.
Finnegan! Oh, is that your name, is it? You told this one your name? And it nods. No. Yeah. She like
Names
stands up
are
slightly. And who are you?
names are powerful things. Makes sense that Finnegan would have told me his. Why should I tell you mine?
For one reason and one reason alone. She says, I'm not a danger to you. This place, it is a holy place. Sacred. This old thing has served this forest for many generations. She gestures down to what she was doing, and you can see she was cleaning off a hefty rock, a stone that had been propped up in a cairn. Doing a bit of rejuvenation, she says. Been a while since I've been down here. And if you happen to be down here at the same time I am, I'm inclined to believe it may be fate.
Fate.
Yes. Daughter of Pan.
Well, I suppose if you're nearby, you must know Hogwarts. You must be a part of it, at least.
Part of Hogwarts. Um, doesn't quite speak to me, unfortunately. You may call me Carsten, she says.
You may call me Daphne.
She nods. Oh, Daphne, you're very far from the north. I know your people normally reside. Speaking of Hogwarts, how on earth is that on your mind? Would it happen to have anything to do with those robes of yours? She looks back up. Are you a wizard?
I'm not quite sure. I'd like to be one. That's what Hogwarts is for.
Oh, it absolutely makes wizards. That is its one purpose. But why go? Our people, even when they are sent the letters, rarely do.
I'd like to know more about humans. The curious creatures, definitely.
Selfish ones, too. But I assume you've already seen some of that.
I think they're nice.
She stands. He's a bit short. Probably like 5'2".
And she's
She
fully humanoid, right?
Yeah. Just has a big, really intricate like bone mask. She wears these like long she wears like a long pelt of a cape and has some very warm clothes on. She walks over toward the tree, kind of toward you, but also perpendicular to you.
I think I'll stay kind of like facing her the whole time. Like my head will follow as she walks and just kind of like, I guess, keep her in front of me. Still not fully trusting, but more
Oh,
so
I'm
than when
not
I
going
entered.
to bite, she says. Much.
There are plenty of things in this forest that will.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That is quite true. But if you're with me, I can guarantee safety. Just for a bit. No one will harm you here. Not even her.
Who?
Oh. Suppose you wouldn't know about her yet.
There are lots of secrets in this forest.
He says, Blight Fang.
Could you say that one more time? I think you cut out a little bit.
Blight Fang, he says.
Blight Fang. What is
You'll
she?
know the name before the time is over. Dark times are ahead. Yes. Scurry along before they get worse.
There are lots of secrets in this forest, aren't there?
Here. As this grows, there's one by my house. She says, they're all connected, you see. Every one of them. Long, long ago, she says, putting a hand on the tree, and it's only now that you notice there are runes carved all along the tree. Little notches as well. Do you want to make me a history magic check?
I mean, sure. I'll try.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a 7. So
Oh,
it was worth a shot.
so you've never seen runes like this. They certainly are not the same kind of runes that you normally see at school.
Bailey's also probably barely recognizes them.
What?
With a
You're
10.
not here. What are you talking about?
Oh, you're right.
Just
I totally
hypothetical.
misunderstood.
Bailey's wouldn't recognize them in theory.
You're right. I totally forgot what was happening. I was listening and I forgot. Still, somehow.
Like, I'm glad you were
That's the
so
scene.
invested in the scene that you felt like you were
I
there.
wanted to be there, but I'm not there, so I apologize.
Yeah.
I am going to take a couple more steps closer to the trunk of the tree, just to try to get a closer look at the runes.
Finnegan comes over toward you and hops up onto your shoulder. He must have taken a liking to you.
We met on one of my first days at Hogwarts.
He's bound to you. By choice. I think she feels a kingship. Foster it well. Those kinds of things only come once a lifetime.
Can I touch the tree?
It's dead anyway. You
Oh.
can do so. It's been like smoothed. You know, it's just like only wood coming up completely bleached white. It's a mother tree. They used to be much larger. Long time ago. See, forest is not made up of many trees. It is made up of a community of them. There's a small distinction. These mother trees like this, their roots carry deep into the earth. They're able to pull water from far beneath. Not only that, their roots interconnect, grow in and throughout the roots of the trees around them, so much so they become a part of each other. They deliver water and nutrients throughout all of this area. Oh, this one here. This one's my favorite. Just started growing maybe 12 years ago. And it's sitting proud. And you can see a bush that is stark white. Stark white. It's a sort of a form of albinism, she says. They can't survive normally. No chlorophyll, but the roots connect to her. She points toward the big tree. Even though she is long since passed, her connections are still used to this day. Still a semblance of life, much like myself. You may come here whenever you wish. My treat to you.
Thank you. You know, I've only ever heard stories about these. About the reason that trees are connected is because they can sense each other. That they're not always just lifeless, but sentient. They have souls. That's what my father told me anyways.
You turn over, and the woman is gone.
I'll like look at my shoulder at Finnegan. That's a character. I hope I didn't imagine her.
You have met Karsten.
Oof.
Congrats.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
Holding said. Okay. As for the rest of you, Shade, Meles, Victor. You guys were heading up into the library, right? Ray, are you here? Hello?
I'm here.
Oh, wonderful.
I got a bloody nose.
Oh no!
Oh no.
I live in
Drink
Colorado.
water, change your socks. You'll be good.
Told you. You gotta stop with all the cocaine, you know? Stop
God,
at
that
10
powdered
grams.
sugar, it's just so good.
I snort powdered sugar. Oh, whoops.
I don't know. I've literally never done coke. I couldn't tell you.
I know people who have, but I've never done it either. Not that I
No
want to.
judgment. No judgment. This
Yeah.
is just my nosebleed is because of altitude. No drugs, I promise. At least no fun ones.
You know that the drama teacher, he once showed me for a scene how to properly snort lines of cocaine. It's great.
That would be an interesting lesson, I think.
Mm-hmm. It was just me and another person. He was like, and like I'm fine now because I'm anonymous. But he was like, do not tell anybody that I showed you this. But don't read into it. But this is how you do it.
In what world is that a useful thing for a teacher to be telling a student? I don't understand.
It's a drama
context.
scene.
Drama.
It's drama. We were doing yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
we had
play
the
was
bills.
the
realism,
play.
They were
the
doing-
realism of
wrong.
the high school.
They were
kid
doing lines in more ways than one.
Yeah.
The
And
play
he was
called
also
for the
like,
coke.
he was like, this much that you're like putting into lines, that would kill a man. You need this much.
Play was based in the 80s,
70s, yeah, 60s, whatever.
70s.
Wolf of Wall Street, that would have been 80s.
We were like, well, thank you very much. We will not ask any questions.
I'll use this later in life. Wait a sec.
God, I
That
hope
line's too
not.
long. My teacher told me.
Okay, so we head up the serpentine stairs. On the next floor, at the end of a long hallway, you can see a hefty set of cherry doors, slight like reddish hue to them. Clicking them open, you enter into the Hogwarts library. You might have been here a few times in first year, but my God, is it breathtaking. You can see these stone gargoyles flapping their wings and carrying books to different places, up to Madame Pince, who takes them. You can see 2 floors. When I say see 2 floors, you can. There is an open ceiling top, curling metal staircases that move up to that second floor. A high half-moon desk for Madame Pince, long curling rows of books that rise ever higher into the ceiling, and on the second floor even rise off into what looks to be infinity, but you know it can never be. Convincing illusion, though. You can see in the middle of the hall places where students can gather and sit, study, and do what they will. At the end of long corridors are little places with places to sit, like couches and beanbag chairs. There's portraits that line the walls, marble busts here and there, moving ladders. You can see students carrying books out and holding them, and they just kind of rise up into their position and push into the wall. Welcome. Shade, you arrive first.
Yeah, Shade takes a look around and heads off to try to. He kind of starts to investigate just to see if there's an appropriate place to like kind of try practicing spells, like kind of not around other people, but also has like a little bit of quiet space, but also kind of like a cubby or a nook like that. If there's any like actual dueling area okayness in the library, which seems wrong to that there would
Yeah.
be. Something like
There's
that.
no dueling area in here, but at least like you can have a place to like read your textbooks for the most part.
That
Because you
seems
said
horrible.
you wanted to hit the books, right?
Yeah, I want to research Expelliarmus, yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
But like also be able to like
Oh
practice
yeah,
on,
oh yeah.
people without.
You definitely can. Definitely
Yeah.
can. There are ways. Um, so you start looking for as much as you can on this topic. You start taking down different books and whatnot, and walking past. You find a table to like set things down, and then head off to go find more, and then come back, and then head off to go find more. And on your way back the third time, you can hear, "Oh my goodness! Can you just pick a place, please?" You look to the left and you can see Janice is currently sitting at one of said tables with a bunch of books and is looking up at you, just like exhaustedly annoyed. Do you need a reminder who Janice is?
Uh, I don't remember anything about her per se, but I
Okay,
know
I'll
that
grab her
she's
art at
a
least.
Ravenclaw. Everden.
A Verdon.
Oh, Everden.
This is Janice. Seriously, back and forth and back and forth. Just ask
Why
for
aren't
Madame
you
Thurs
just
to give you a few books.
studying? Why are you looking at me?
I would be studying, but all I hear is the sound of your god awful shoes clacking on the hardwood floor.
I think Shade is just going to ignore her and go sit down and or continue doing whatever the fuck he was doing in the first place, and has no time for this crap.
You go and sit down, finally having all of your stuff a little bit in a huff. And I think, yeah, coming nearby and plopping down at your table, all like abruptly, Wilfred plops down.
Hi, Wilfred. How can I
Ice Queen
help
giving
you?
you trouble?
Not really.
I've been there. Okay. She nearly threw a book directly at my head. Once or twice.
Did she hate you? Is that why you have so much trouble in class?
Surprisingly, despite all the heavy books, strength is not really her forte.
Hmm.
But you're fine. You don't need any help on that front. Just thought I'd lend a hand, but you got it sorted. He stands up.
Yeah, Shade would not ask Wilfred for help, knowing it would probably backfire after seeing his performance in pretty much every class where it has backfired on him.
He turns around, like almost like swiveling as he sees the cover of one of the books. Ooh. What is this?
It's a book.
Dark. It really?
Hmm.
He says, looking down. This dumbass, and he pulls it up. We're in second year. We can swear now. And you can see it says like Darkest Darkness. You reading this crap?
I'm looking for anything to help me with Expelliarmus. Get a little bit ahead.
And you think you're going to find that at the end of a book?
Well,
Perhaps a
I'll find them.
particularly riveting chapter will finally unlock what you desperately need in order to save yourself from mortal peril.
Wilfred, what are you trying to do here?
I don't know. I'm just looking out for you. stick in here for too long, you start to go batty. I think I'm starting to go a little batty myself. And he,
I don't think that's because of the library, Wilfred.
ooh, hurts. And he'll walk out.
So
And
Shade,
you notice that book is gone.
yeah.
He took it with him.
What's what I've noticed? My passive perception isn't great. Yeah, it's a 12, so probably fine.
All right. You want to do your spell attempts?
Yeah, I actually did them a little bit earlier. My first attempt was 4, so still not getting it.
Being in the library during a free period gives you a +1 on top of any
5.
spell attempts.
Wowie wow.
Didn't change anything, but you know.
And then the second one was a 12, so I successfully researched it.
Cool. You stay there for hours, and you maybe something might happen. So we'll sit on that. Maelys, you were looking for potions, right? Okay. Up on the second floor, you rise. So many different sections of the school here. Make me a quick investigation check.
Am I crazy? I'm not seeing it on the website.
No, you're crazy. It's there.
Or
It's near History of Magic.
Crazy?
Oh,
I was crazy
You're
once.
totally right.
They put me in a room. Rubber room.
18.
Nick getting locked in a room. We're starting that.
Bye, Nick.
Can you be good, Nick? Can you be good?
I'll shut up.
Good. Oh, they tormented me. Tormented me with it in the past. Sorry. What did you get right?
In 18.
Okay. At first, the whole organizational system is a little confusing to start off with, but eventually you're able to find the potioneering section. You're looking through books with cauldron maintenance and you. Okay, no. Ladles Weekly. That's a magazine. Looking through it, you put it back, and you just can't find recipes. Come on, give me a recipe book. And during your frustration, what do you say?
Probably a muggle curse word I've learned along the way. Such as motherfucker.
Motherfucker. Whoa. Language you can hear nearby. Don't know if that you don't want to be caught by Madame Pince saying that kind of crap. Drusilla is standing nearby you. Another girl from Ravenclaw. She's got little puffs from behind her. Looks just like she did in first year. Big eyes. She has a little stack of books too. She's in the same lane as you.
Oh, hey Drew. I mean, Drusilla.
No, you can call me Drew. Fine by me.
Okay.
I think I actually prefer it, honestly. But, whatever your cup of tea is. She starts putting some books back.
Earl Grey, but Drew works for now.
Funny.
Sometimes.
What's got you frustrated? She says.
I'm researching this potion. I can't find it. Where are all the freaking potions in these books?
Oh, they're on the first floor, man. Yeah, the potioneering section is actually They don't keep the recipes here, and the really tough recipes they actually keep behind locked doors. She says, pointing out toward a door behind Madame Pince's desk, that's like looks riveted and has a heavy lock on it.
Yeah, no, I was actually looking for potion theory, not potion recipes.
Make a deception check. 16.
19.
Oh, forgive me for being so presumptuous. Then she says, I know my way around for the most part. Actually doing a little bit of potioneering work myself. So she hands a book over toward you, and you can see this is like a case study about how phases of the moon affect potioneering. There's a big crescent moon on the cover.
Oh wow, this is really fascinating. This like incorporates Muggle witches. Have you ever heard about Muggle witches? Obviously they're not like us, but like, have you ever heard about them?
Muggle witches? I mean,
Yeah.
there's muggles and there's witches.
No, I know, but there's like also Muggles who want to be witches, and there's like they do a lot of really interesting work, and a lot of it involves the moon. This is really fascinating.
Melees, I think those might just be witches.
No, I understand. I understand your presumption, but unfortunately, they're not actually magical. They couldn't cast Accio, like you or me.
If you say so. You ever ask one?
I am part Muggle, so it's in my
Part
blood.
Muggle. I guess I wouldn't know anything about that.
I don't mean to be presumptuous. It's just it's fascinating to see the two worlds collide.
Yeah. I always hated all that. Seems like you know a lot about it.
The collision of worlds, or just Muggles?
Muggles. Can I tell you something and you won't laugh at me?
I won't laugh at you.
I don't think I've ever met a Muggle.
I can't say you're missing out on much. Oh, that might sound bad. My dad's a Muggle.
It seems like you have a high a high view of your father.
Yeah, he's cool.
I don't like my dad either.
I didn't say I don't like him.
You didn't have to say it. You can keep that if you want. Just give back to Madame Pence. She'll put it where it needs to go.
Thanks. This is really fascinating. I'm gonna read this tonight. Thank you.
I have a cauldron set up if you wanted to test. She keeps walking away.
She has a what set up? Sorry.
Cauldron set up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Melees would be interested to follow.
No. Seems like she was like kind of like doing that thing where it's like, if you want to come, you can. Peace. And then you did.
Yeah, I'll join.
You guys walk down the circular staircase together. And when you get to the bottom of it, you can see Victor currently crouching and pressing his back up against the backside of like one of the many desks out here. Victor? Suddenly Victor turns toward you, a little freaked out.
Why, hello.
You having fun down there?
Extremely, actually. It's a pastime of mine.
Cool.
I think. See you in class.
She just nods and leaves. And then Victor flips up to his thing, which we'll see in a minute. Melees. You and Drusilla walk off into one of the ends of the long shelving units down here, and there is like a little nook that you're able to find. And Drusilla, sure enough, has some like pillow chairs out here and a tiny potions kit set up. Be my guest. I'm mostly doing theory, so if you want to test any of yours. She like plops down, starts going through, and you can see she's got this book. Looks like almost like a journal, pages and things sticking out of it. And she opens it up to a certain page and starts going through. It's well loved.
That sounds a lot like my potions book.
You look down and you can see a kindred spirit there on that regard. Hers looks a little bit more disorganized than yours.
I think that if this is an experimentation moment, I think Melees would probably try to like see if there's a difference between like chopping finely versus chopping roughly, chopping like at larger pieces. You know what I mean? Like the very specifics that this is out of character. The very specifics that we learned that were different between the recipes, specifically in like the sixth Harry Potter book,
Yeah.
versus like the
How you prepare ingredients.
annotations. Exactly. And so I think she would probably be testing out some of those to see what works and what doesn't, maybe what works better and what doesn't, and then like sharing those with Drew.
Okay. Now Drew, of course, did direct you to where the recipes are, so you might take your leave for a minute. And what recipe were you looking? Oh, and you probably messaged me, didn't you?
I actually did not message you.
What are you looking for, Ray?
Let's say the babbling beverage.
Yeah, not hard. Not hard at all. You make me a new investigation check.
$13.
Babbling beverage is now available for you to brew. When you drink this potion, every word you try to say comes out as gibberish or complete nonsense for the next minute.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I wish I had that. Oh.
And this just counts as researched, right? Not as like an actual like.
Yeah, it's just now available to you. Meanwhile, it was not at all available to you before.
Cool beans.
As you test out just a little bit of what it is, Drusilla like takes a sip of it and she says, "Would that wish Butte any interesting wash, you woo armor brat."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, that's Melees and Drusilla. Seems like you have found maybe a friend. Okay. Victor.
Yellow.
Victor.
Bonjour.
Buongiorno.
Ni hao. Ciao. Hola.
we're going to cut a little bit back a moment to where you first entered into the what's it called? When you first
Library?
entered into the library, yes. You could see it in all of its splendor, and you can see Madame Pince nearby. Now, you had heard through the grapevine about a place where they might keep some things hidden, things that could help you. The forbidden section, or restricted section, however you want to say it. You can see a big sign hanging over it too, right up on the second floor up there. And you creep on up. You kind of like get a little bit closer. You know, you don't have to stealth or anything right now. You're out in public. No one's gonna
Just
think much of you.
Given the perimeter of it, basically, just looking around the side and like, is there only one entrance, one exit?
You kind of like go along Madame Pince's desk. She's not here. And then you like look over and you can see her right now. You pushing a little trolley, and she finishes with that trolley. She pushes it to the front of her desk, and you're maybe 10 feet away. She goes, "Need help with something?" And allow me to show Madame Pince, by the way, because I do have art for her. Where, oh, where has my art gone? There it is. Come on. It's actually, I love the art too. Open that one up in the browser.
I don't know if this is a good time to mention, but we can't see, at least I can't see the teacher's NPC art channel.
Yeah, we haven't set it up yet.
Okay.
We had an old one, and then we made new art for them, and it just has not been a priority.
Fair. I just wanted to check to make sure.
Oh,
You look at this woman, and it's like looking at a skeleton with skin. She's got these eyes that pierce into your very soul, these thin, rail thin eyebrows that constantly look like they're judging you, the wrinkles that hang low upon the skin, the hair that is just slightly out of place, the very old garment and dress that could only become of a woman of her stature. She is also quite tall as well. She looks down at you. Can I help you?
I saw Wilfred leave, right?
What's your passive perception?
Oh shit, like an 8.
Nope.
Damn it. This is bad because my lie. You know what? I can still lie about it. It's fine. Excuse me. I think I saw
Hands off the desk, please.
Oh, sorry. I
As a
think I
vet,
saw-
we have to scourge you fired 15 times a day. Sorry,
think a-
what? What are you saying?
I think a Hufflepuff boy took a bunch of the books outside of the library grounds.
I'm sorry. And please make me a deception check.
Okay. I'm going to use my inspo on this. That's a 25.
She like turns. Which way did he go?
I'll just point towards like the farthest exit, basically.
Down on the first floor, all the way down there.
Yeah,
She,
like outside. Like I think
kind
he
of
just walked out the
pushes
door.
her belly to the railing and stares down. Nope. I think I see him. Not to worry. Thank you very much. And she will like pull up her dress and just like tap, 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 go straight down the door. Yes. Away from the door. You walk over toward it, make sure no one's looking.
Huh.
It's of course locked.
Could have Laura more it, but that would be loud, wouldn't it?
No.
No?
The spell description says loud. I only make System of Perio loud.
Got it. Well, let's attempt to I already have it casted once.
Give it your good old college try.
Give it the good college try, or I'm gonna have to be a thief again and lock pick it normally. Hopefully this works. Slash attempt. That is a success.
With a
14 or 15 actually.
You successfully cast the spell. Alohomora. There's a click, click, and a splattering of water that shoots out of the lock directly into your face. Oh, God. Damn it. You are now covered a bit in water. Oh. Of course, it couldn't be that simple. Like, you look at the lock, there's a keyhole. If there's a keyhole,
there's a key.
You can look over at Madame Pence, who is currently chewing out Wilfred. Just chewing him out, and he hasn't done anything. And you kind of
He did
push
take that
yourself to the
darkness
railing.
book from my stack, so
He
he did have
did.
a book.
It's still in the library, though.
He was near a door. How dare he?
Mm-hmm. But if you took it from her desk, she's like, I have to. There's a proper way to do all this, Mr. Gideon. You know, just very on him. And while she's doing that, you can see jangling from her hip ding, ding, a keychain.
It wouldn't be as simple as Accio, would it?
Oh, no, it's on her hip. Accio would just pull.
Yeah. Well, this is bad. Do I try and lockpick it? No. All right. Well, I guess let's go try and steal some keys.
Okay,
Especially while she's distracted.
Make me a stealth check.
Okay. While she's distracted. Hopefully this works. I'm not stealthy. That's a 22.
Okay. You are able to be quiet, trying to inch up closer and closer toward her, and then as you around the bend and can see past this little desk, she's standing there. She's talking to Wilfred, back turned to you, perfect time, just 5 feet out there, and you can just be able to grab it from her. And then you see her turn around, and all this, and you get down and then that's when you can hear Maylis from earlier.
Oh. Drusilla and Maylis catch me? I'm like,
Vendetta.
Good evening.
We're just reliving the scene
Hi.
from before, Maylis.
Hi again.
No, I know. I'm just I just don't know how she would react. That's all.
Just parting ways, right? Good day.
So that little scene goes down where they catch Victor. So now adding to that scene, not only did you find him low down, having fun down there, I believe Drusilla's the one who said that. He's also covered in water. So that just adds a whole other layer of what the fuck is going on with this kid. So then Maylis and Drusilla head off, and Victor, you turn over and you don't hear her screaming anymore. You look over and you can see her walking away. No. Okay, you inch closer. You got that 20, whatever. Absolutely honor it. You're able to run around the bend over toward her, crouching, put your hand out toward her keys, and make me a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Oh, that was so much worse than I hoped it was me. Oh, that's an 11.
I can offer a subscriber if you'd like one.
I would love one right now, because if I get caught, it's going to be a real bad day for my life. Hopefully this is better. That's a 23. Thank you.
I had a good one. Yes.
Maple. That's a good subscriber you just gave out.
Woo.
Thank you. Yoink. Now we have to say, Darian, that is not a toilet. Yelling out and walks out toward another portion of the library. And you were able to get back up to the second floor, stick that key into the lock, give it a heavy click, and slip on inside. On the other side of the door, you find a darker library. Physically, there's less window light, smaller. The lanterns aren't lit. Instead, you sit here in twilight, and the moonlight streaming in through the back windows casts these latticed beams upon long bookshelves. You can see piles of books in some areas, other places where books are chained to the wall. You can see artifact displays set in glass, some of them riveted in place. You can see little study areas, but you couldn't imagine who would sit in here to study. There's walls of scrolls and oh, what the fuck? You can see the book lanes are organized. They are marked with runes, not with regular words. How the hell are you supposed to find anything in here? Make me an investigation check.
Runes are stupid. Well, at least I know what classes I have to take in the future. 14. I'm leaving it up to you for what I find. I think it's fun to just get this randomness. Oh, I
know
see
exactly.
this. I do see this gold ring on the table. I grab it. It goes away. Fuck.
From last episode.
Forever haunted.
It's in my notes. Cursed.
Motherfucker. Okay. You search for a while. You look through a few things. You find one book that lets out this like buzzing of bees. You shut it very quickly. Try to put it back onto the shelf haphazardly. Should be careful.
Not the bees.
Should be careful.
Not the bees.
At the back of the room, you find something dark. You see this wooden relief carved into the wall, some kind of design. You can't see it though. Want to give a Lumos a try? Or Transfiguration spell if you have that one.
I don't think I have any Transfiguration. I don't think Incendio and Lumosing this place would be crazy.
Oh. Sorry, you don't have Lumos?
I mean, I've attempted it because we all had to attempt it.
Make your attempt.
All right. I just don't know if lighting up the fucking dark area is smart, but we will live.
Oh well, no one can see you in here. Like you're alone, definitely alone in here. Yeah.
As long as I don't get.
Yeah, there's no windows into the restricted section, except for there are windows out, but they are barred.
I barely passed that with a 11.
Okay. So, Lumos. Tip of your wand lights. You can see it clearer. Huh. It's in between two bookcases. It looks old, like it was built as a part of this wing of the school. you can see a tree standing tall. It's an apple tree. There is like a relief of like a sky behind it and everything. And you can see a little snake coiling up the side of the tree, climbing it. And then you notice, whoa, skulls. The tree is rooted down into a large mound of over 100 skulls. This is a weird emblem. Really weird. How did it be here? What does it mean?
This really doesn't make sense, but if they're hiding things, it'd probably be here. I think Victor would probably take a really shitty sketch of this. And you said the snake was the snake moving?
Do you want to investigate it?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna touch it.
Okay. No need for a roll then. Boop. The moment you touch it, you watch the snake coil upward into the tree, into the boughs for a minute. Oh, I don't see it. You put your finger out again to try to find it, and you feel a tiny little prick. Ow! Something came out of the tree and bit you for a second. As you nurse your wound, yeah, little fucker, definitely. You watch it curl along the end of a bough, look at you, and then look down toward the apple, and bite down, its fangs entering into the apple itself. And you watch the apple turn to a gold hue, no longer wood. Transfigured.
Huh.
And then you watch the snake turn to that same gold, as if it's drinking the gold from it.
I assume there's multiple apples on this tree, right?
Yes, but this is the most prominent one in the
Okay.
image.
Greed is one thing. I think I'm gonna go and try and grab, like, pinch at the wooden apple, I guess, like to try and grab it.
It's about this big. Like, try to pinch at it, and you feel when you try to do so, it doesn't come out, but you feel a click. It clicks inward, and the bottom, below all this, there's like a tiny lip, and it flicks open, and you see a scroll sitting there.
Welp. I'm gonna keep my eyes on the snake. I'm just gonna pick up the scroll. And,
When
put
you
it
look
in
up
the
at back up at the snake, you would see it curling down and entering into the mound of skulls, leaving the scene entirely.
All right. Well, your home, not mine. I'm gonna grab the scroll, put it in the bag. I guess. Still gonna make a little shitty sketch of this because I'm gonna have questions about this later. Slowly, quietly push after I pull the scroll out, push the thing back in, and I'm gonna try and make my exit. So basically, I was never there.
Back. Yeah. And I think like while you're doing that, I think instead you would hear like, "Who left this door open?"
Fuck, I knew I should have closed it.
And you're going back to in your old age, Irma, she says, and she will close the door with a click. Oh,
Motherfucker.
I'm sure Victor will find his way out.
I'm sure. I'm not gonna die here. Hopefully not. In a worst case scenario, I guess now do I have to do an investigation to find my way out? Oh, thank you.
Well, make it for how long it takes you to figure a way out.
Oh, watch it be a natural one. Oh, never mind. It's a 20.
So, Victor, you have an ability to enter this during downtime, right?
Yes.
Or you will?
At a later level. I will take it, yeah.
Yeah, so the flavor behind that is that you find an alternate way out of the restricted section. Not only that, it also means an alternate way in.
Yay.
But that can be for another time. All right. And our end of the day comes. The night is quiet. You guys lay down for your bed softly. Milva, out in the Hufflepuff common room, what's a nighttime routine that you do?
Probably reading a book.
So when everyone else is normally asleep by now, you have your wand. Do you have Luma?
Let me double check. I don't remember. Just a second. I do.
Cool. Lumos out. You've like set it up into your bedpost and then like pulling through your books. And what kind of books do you read? Do you read like fiction books, fantasy books?
I think that she's probably working her way through the Gilderoy books, Lockhart's books.
The Lockhart series,
Mhm.
absolutely. I think that something that you would come to recognize is that these books actually have a lot of really great information in them. It's not that he made it up necessarily. It's just how he got the information was made up.
Right.
There's lots to learn in here.
Mhm.
And because you are awake when all others are not, you feel something. Something at first that you kind of like look around like someone up and walking around you. But it's not that. You put your hand up and touch the bed frame, and you feel this slightest murmur on your fingertips. Like shaking, a rumble. Huh. You look up and can see the chandelier shaking ever slightly. And then it comes to an end. You weren't sure how long it had been going, just that you had noticed it. You look at the time. Oh. Close your book and place it on your nightstand table. And try to get some rest. History of Magic class is in the morning. Bright and early in the morning. We cut immediately to that class.
Mash cut? That's crazy.
Mash cut. In the cold months around September of 1289, the first international warlock convention took place in the beaches of Regulum, Sicily, to discuss the political climate of the Muggles. The obliviation of King Edward I came as an act of political sabotage to Sardinian sorcerers and attendants who wore red robes in defiance of the writ of acceptable attire of 1123. In 1243, we see the And everybody can make me a con save. Unless, of course, you have keen mind, in which case you get to make a history of magic check.
It's absolute BS how wizards can just obliviate random people, even kings, and get away with it, and no one's gonna say shit about it.
There is a really distinct lack of ethics, I think, in the wizarding world, or like a wizarding ethics committee. I feel like should be a thing, but
I've been
it's
saying
not.
this the entire time.
Like obliviate
Wizards.
the whole like truth serum
I can't
thing.
tell if you're talking in character or not. I don't know.
Oh no, this is
Oh.
out of character.
Oh,
Please
mine was in
forgive me.
character.
Oh, I thought it was out of character.
Oh no.
I think
Victor
for
was
Nick
saying
it
like,
is both. But
Def would probably say that in character, maybe.
yeah, Victor was like, it's crazy how wizards can just do what they want to muggles.
Let's just adopt a code of ethics. Obviously, it's very effective.
I don't think code of ethics works.
Seems
yeah,
like it's
and
hard
I'll
to put
kill
rules to
anyone who doesn't do it.
It's absolute BS.
Okay, do you guys want to hear a hot take really quick? Hot take of mine?
Go for it.
There is nothing wrong with the prison. What was it called?
Azkaban?
Azkaban. There is nothing wrong with Azkaban. It's a good system.
I mean, people don't come
Now,
back.
in the end of the
effective
books,
system, maybe. A morally good system? I don't know about that one.
no, I would say that while gray, it is good. So here's my hot take: is that you've got a populace of wizards who are very powerful, and the population of wizards is smaller than Muggle population by quite a bit. It's a small community. You've got dark arts. You've got a whole school dedicated to teaching dark arts. You've got these people who have all this power and are also taught an ethos, an idea that you are meant to use that power. It is your God-given right to use that power to over other people, if you can. And there has to be something to protect. There has to be something where you can place very dangerous people in, like a prison. Now, the Dementors, at the end of the books, the Dementors left. They're like, whoa, they expelled the Dementors from Azkaban to like make Azkaban like better. That was needed. The Dementors kept the Dark Wizards powerless enough to not be able to leave. They were weakened constantly so that they couldn't just break out. Yeah. So the world needed something like that to keep those kinds of dark forces at bay. That's my hot take.
That's why you're a fan of Horny Jail.
Negative DM's inspiration, Cole. I'm taking
Not
it
happening.
away.
Does that make
Can't
me?
do it.
Am I a horny Dementor? I've lived there for so long.
I never want to hear the words horny and Dementor in the same
Dementor's gone wild.
ever again.
I mean, it is a kiss that they
Oh,
do.
no, I
It
don't
is a
like
kiss.
that.
Dementor.
Oh, I don't
I do
like that at all.
different Dementor.
Dementor's on spring break.
Oh
I'm really not a
gosh.
fan of
Dementor's
Snowflake
gone
this time.
wild.
Dementor streaking.
You don't want to see what this Dementor puts his hood down.
You know, they pull up their shirts and there's just 1,000 eldritch screams calling to you from the void.
Wet T-shirt
And they're
to
like,
win
tee-hee.
contest.
Wet
Rachel,
robe
no, I'm
contest.
so sorry. Come
That's
back.
where Rachel left.
I think Rachel is sleepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she said, gotta drop. Okay.
Yeah.
We're both 12. Yeah, I guess we started a little bit later. That's fine. This was going to be the last thing anyway. All right, let's look here. Shade.
Oh, I'm continuing my crap education and got an 8.
Oh. I'm so sorry, man. Didi.
I got a 17.
Of course you fucking did. Of course you Daphne.
I got a 16.
It's actually getting uncanny at this point.
It really
nuts.
is. I don't-
It's nuts. 16. Good. You stay awake. Milva. Wait, she left. So she's
Milva got a
she got
12.
a 12.
Well,
Okay. She technically falls asleep 3/4 of the way through the lesson. Just tried her best, but can't. But still is passing. Victor.
8.
Yeah. Yep.
This is BS. I'm
You're
going
out.
to
Yeah, you're like Wilfred. It's like I'm going to bed by choice.
I do not want to hear about these dang wizard histories and their messed up things and muggle creatures. I'm going to bed.
Hell yeah. Melee's.
Maylee's got a 20.
Oh, you actually find
Dirty 20.
you actually find this to be a little bit interesting. Just the idea of the International Warlock Convention. This is like a global branch of the individual ministries that go on around the world, and they used to be like ruled by a sort of like witch king emperor kind of thing a long time ago, but then had since kind of broken off into separate committees and ministries, and now serves as sort of like a UN across the world, where they try their best to stop things like wizarding authoritarianism. They also are the ones who implemented the statute of secrecy, either for better or for worse. And they do like the regulation and care of magical creatures. That is all them. There's a lot to learn, and you specifically learn about the obliviation of King Edward I. So King Edward I knew about wizarding kind. They had chosen to start with being secret. And this is kind of before the big international statute of secrecy took place. But the obliviation of him sort of like was the first major moment where a major world leader was obliviated to the very existence of witches in their current state at all. And Sardinian sorcerers from Sardinia were trying to like make peace with him or trying to entreat with him, trying to get political favor. And because he got obliviated, they were like, "You're fucking sabotaging our shit. We were talking to him," um, and then they wore red robes to the first International Warlock Convention as like an act of protest to the whole thing, to be like, "You all suck and you guys fucked us over," and there's a rift of acceptable attire where you weren't allowed to wear. You had to wear this certain type of thing to the event, and they were like, "Fuck you." That's what you learn. See,
I would say she probably elbows Milva at like one point. She's like, I told you, listen. But Milva is just like asleep and has no care.
she's like on you. can't even help it. Like a cat that falls asleep on your lap. Well, this is my life now. And Professor Binns, while his delivery is extremely bland, the content that he actually does teach is interesting. He just gets into way too much detail about it. Like there was one point where he was talking about some kind of like general during the Giant Wars, and about how many buttons they had on their shirt, and it was like, why? I don't care about this. um, and I think actually, since we have a new person coming in soon, I think that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Because if he had one button too more, his shirt would have been too tight for when he goes for his swing, and when he swung, his shirt would have popped open, leaving his chest exposed for him to be stabbed. But luckily, his had less buttons, which kept his shirt closed.
Very true. Spoken like a true history of magic expert over here.
Good old historian class. Rest in peace, bud.
Thank you everyone for playing. Thank you guys for watching. And we'll be back next week with a new character and some shit that's gonna go down.
Spoilers.
See you guys in a bit.
Oh boy.
Bye.